are going to play some Out of the Abyss.
Do you remember what we did last time in Alibis?
I do, because I looked at our recording earlier.
Wow.
Purple Worm and Beholder
Yeah, we
in
went.
that order.
Keywords.
we
That's
went.
it. We're done, guys.
We went into the worm writhings in a grand quest for some purple worm eggs, um, which we ended up walking into a drow that was part of a party and he'd got lost from. They were apparently doing a similar thing. He sort of helped us get to them, and then we encountered another purple worm egg hunting party of drow. Like in the chamber of all of the eggs, where Roland ended up being up in the rafters on the eggs, cutting them down and then laying them, like dropping them and everything, and it's kind of crazy. We somehow managed to dodge like a purple worm a couple of times because it started getting real angry. I think we left it off there with us heading further into the worm writhings, aiming for a beholder, I believe. I don't think we changed plans. I didn't listen, I just watched. Yeah, I think we're still going to talk and bargain with the beholder tyrant, hopefully, so we don't have to try and fight it, because that'd be pretty bad.
Yeah, we need a central eye from a beholder, or was it a beholder tyrant? Like I forget.
A central eye from Beholder.
I think it's just a
Have it written
beholder.
down here.
Yeah, I don't remember beholder tyrant being
No,
specified.
just a central Beholder eye.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not broken. It has to be like intact and functional.
I mean, does it function if we detach it?
I mean, if it's like a whole eyeball, yeah.
Okay.
There are a lot of eyeball.
Can we like put it on a stick and like point it at different things and it works?
No, it's more the magic in there.
Oh. Well, yeah. I think our friendly neighborhood beholder tyrant here is indeed our best bet to get the beholder eye. The other one is to go back to Menthol Derrit and take that guy out.
Yeah, but that's now a fortress.
Yeah, but also like you're saying to ask a Beholder tyrant for help is probably not going to work.
I'm saying asking for help is probably our only bet, because I don't think we can kill it. Not in its own domain.
I think it's evil though.
Hmm?
So
It's incredibly evil.
so I mean,
Yeah.
you know, I don't think bargaining is on the option for.
The thing is, though, we know that it grants boons to people who brings a tribute, seemingly.
What we have of significant value is the purple worm eggs.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
It
we can.
grants boons to those who bring it the corpses of other beholders.
Yeah, so it will probably be like, yeah, sure, if you bring me the corpse of that dude in Menthol Derrit.
Okay, well,
That is my guess, at least, what he will say.
an idea, I suppose. But what if they're friends? That's
If
gonna
he
be bad.
collects corpses, though, he might just have spare
That's what I
corpses
think.
lying
Yeah,
around.
that's what I mean. That he collects these, so he might have one in a jar and be like, yeah, sure, you can get this, but you know, you need to do something for me in return. He's not gonna just give it to us.
We'll see, basically.
See.
Yeah, I mean, a beholder tyrant
fine.
really can't fight. Not on his own.
It's fine. We have Gesh. He'll give us a good deal, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yes, before.
Guess would get us
Last-
God's ransom for free, basically.
Last time Gesh tried to get you guys a good deal, he had to like dance and watch slaves be eaten. So yeah.
No,
Yeah,
the
it
last
worked.
the last time you tried to get us through somewhere, with
Oh yeah, everyone died.
everyone but us died.
Yeah.
I
To be
was dead.
fair, it was their own fault. They tried to trick us, and they reaped the consequences of it. Also, at some point, it was self-defense. They didn't run away, and they kept coming at us. So.
Okay.
There seems to be a common trend of just a lot of things dying whenever Gesh negotiates something.
Is it fair to say that we have had a long rest?
Uh,
I don't think so.
yes, I think we.
Oh, nice.
Did that.
Okay.
Huh. Take a long
You
rest.
run away.
Yes. Ah.
Oh, so many spell slots.
The drow having already left you to go. They don't want to go deeper in.
No.
They got what they came for.
Really, I was going deep.
I believe you have 2 purple war mix.
Yes. Yes.
One for you all for the ritual and one for Roland.
Yeah.
At least 2.
At
I don't
least
know
two.
if we got a third.
I don't know.
I think we got a third.
That was for the guy, though, wasn't it?
Yeah, but there was the thing where like, oh, Roland is not sure if one egg will, be enough, so we get
yeah.
another one.
Oh, true. I think we did have.
Yeah, I believe in total I fought for 4 eggs. 1 to give to that guy.
Yeah, yeah.
2
For yourself and 1 for the ritual. Yeah, I remember that now. Yeah.
Because the problem is we were worried because we got told spellcasters that were worth more, so if we brought 2 of them, there's nothing they could probably stop us.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we got
Just-
3.
Just breaking down the market of purple war mix.
Crashing the market. Yeah.
They're worth nothing now.
Damn it. That's
Giving
what
them
we
away.
We need to kill the drow party to stop them from crashing the market before we get there.
Yeah. That's it.
But yes, a couple of eggs will do that.
Commerce manipulation, 5th edition. Mm-mm.
Are there laws against that at this point?
Market economies.
I mean, no, the drow don't give a fuck. Like, you want to kill people outside of the city? Go nuts.
Yeah.
Just make sure they don't have a lot of friends or something. Employers, that sort of thing. Yeah, but you can certainly travel. You have been told where you might find this tyrant by the drow archmage you're helping. His name.
I don't remember his name. Oh, Raj. No.
Oh, sorry, I just
That's the
cough.
Grumpf? Was that his name?
No, that's the bad guy.
That's the bad archmage.
Yes.
Oof.
The evil drow archmage.
Yeah. Well, the other one.
That
He was the rival guy. I think
Yes.
his name is Vizeran.
Vizeran. Sounds like a good guy.
Yeah, Vizeran de Veer.
Or Devere.
Uh-huh.
Well.
Yeah, you don't like those guys?
I know of Viconia Devere, so,
Mm-hmm.
so she's pretty nice.
Yeah. It's a long time ago, though.
It is a long time ago, like 400 or 500 years ago.
Yeah, it's not the hugest deal, but they've been involved in stuff.
I sure have.
Men's Baranzan before. It's really where all the drow stuff goes down. That's that city.
I mean, it's their capital.
Mhm.
It's the city of spiders. It's a dangerous place. Very lots
Yes.
of opportunity though if you can keep yourself alive.
Yeah, but you have decided, for some reason, to go further in to meet with a beholder tyrant, which you plan to kill and steal his central eye
Yes.
in his own lair, in his own home.
as soon as we see him, we charge, screaming curses.
There's
Read in,
newspaper.
read in action.
As you travel, the tremors of this place continue. The worm writhings are called that for a good reason, and travel here is slow as you try to not alert purple worms. Though it does seem that they have become somewhat agitated as you travel away from the nest, for where you stole some eggs. Perhaps they have discovered it and gone somewhat angry. You know, that happens when you steal eggs from things. That's it. You can move down here just fine. So why don't we, whoever is leading this party, is crashing. Let's see. I need a skill check basically. We need some.
I mean, Roland is a best pathfinder, so
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it was always Roland with the occasional help of Cyrilla, but generally only when he needed.
Yeah.
So, you want a survival check?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, that's certainly. Had you failed, you'd have to do stealth checks. But you managed to go paths that seem to be not well traveled by the purple worms. Generally, that's new paths, as they don't come often the same way. A lot of times over a short while. Perhaps you remember, but this place is full of sort of it looks almost like worm-eaten wood because there's so many paths through it, and that's certainly also what gave it its name. As you move down, as you move here, I mean, it takes a couple of days really of moving through this place without much really happening. Rest up and such. And do your characters do anything to prepare for a meeting with an alleged holder tyrant?
What the fuck is there to prepare?
pray fervently.
Yeah, I mean,
to whatever
mag-
gods we worship.
magic
Magic
means
is
nothing
useless.
to it, so yeah, it's
Scary.
we just
Remember,
pray, I guess.
if we have to fight it, spread out so it can't beam us all with the same beam.
Yeah,
So stick together, you're saying?
cluster up.
No,
Or-
no.
or climb
Listen.
up on Liam's back.
No, listen.
God.
It's the opposite.
Okay, we can activate Operation Throw the Halfling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw Riordan towards him.
We
Wearing.
just need a mirror for the eye beams. It's fine.
Yes, that's.
I actually
Mirror
do I
shield.
own a mirror.
I have a mirror. I think it's a hand mirror, but
It's true. No, the sheep is absolutely correct here. How bad could it be? We fought 2 demon lords.
it's
I
true.
mean, I don't think the demon lords could kill us with a beam, like a chance to kill us immediately with a beam.
Oh, I think they could do a lot worse than
I
a beam.
think,
And remember,
Starboard?
2
What was-
very damaged demon lords.
Epilex was bad business. He was just very unlucky, which was great for us.
Yes.
He didn't get to swallow anybody. Poor
No.
guy.
Gesh
His whole jam.
telekinesis the hell out of him.
Yeah,
It was great.
threw him about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Very undignified.
Right, so I'm not carrying a mirror with me. Though strangely enough, Roland apparently has 2 buckets, which I don't remember where I got those.
Buckets.
Yes,
Okay.
the place you're going to,
Interesting.
as you were told by Vizeran and given his directions, is called the Vast Oblivium,
Oh, great.
and
Oh.
and it is where this eye monger.
Has Vizeran told us anything else about the Eyemonger?
Well, sure. he probably told you this maybe a long time ago, but let's just assume you know nothing. Yeah, the eyemonger is known as such for mongering eyes. It is not a name he himself uses. He likes to refer himself as the eyes, basically. He has a thing for eyes. He really likes them in all shapes or forms. He has effectively a big mine or some such that he has carved out to be the screaming mouth of beholder in which he lives. He lives in the worm writhings, and purple worms don't really bother him because, well, the effect around his lair, given he's been there for so long, is sort of eerie and creepy and can drive you mad from entering the area. He is very wealthy, very powerful. Again, the reason he lives here is mostly so that he doesn't get pointless visits. He used to live further south, but people would use his place as a trading hub because basically he didn't tolerate any mucking about. So now he moved in here and with his slaves and servants, and he isn't really bothered often. He is known to send his servant, someone that Viziran would not really know the name of, but he'll say it is a mage that once came from the surface with the idea of binding a beholder to his will to guard his home, and now he is doing that for the eyemonger. He generally does his business with the drow, such as purchasing new slaves, buying things, doing things. The eyemonger doesn't like to leave his lair and home, ever really. Then again, he's powerful enough to have servants that he can just send out to do things for him, in a limited capacity, if nothing. Beyond that, Viziran he's never really paid attention to it. He's never really needed a beholder before, but he needs some now. So he gave you that. He knows that there's a beholder there. If you can go kill it and take its eye, then that'd be great. Or just get an eye somehow. But he's been busy with the ritual and figure out how to make one. Leaving the details mostly to you. Yeah, that's what he knows. Thing is ancient and very smart and it's all eye tyrants. It's probably also hateful, paranoid, and has a fickle understanding of the importance of other people's lives. Literally, it can look at you and you disappear.
So basically, we need to make all of our arguments based on how it would affect it, not us, and the world. It has to affect him, specifically. It needs to affect him.
No.
Otherwise, he doesn't give a shit.
Let's take a look at the map here. What demon lords are closest to him?
None. We killed them.
We sort of exactly. That's the thing. We sort of cleaned them out. That's a problem, right?
I mean, the
Orcus
is close to the Mind Flayer. Orcus.
Yeah,
thing.
Orcus might be.
Orcus could be a thing for him.
And we have Yenogu in the south.
Yeah.
And Gorgon in the east. I mean, he's sort of, but
He's sort of trumper-lumpling around.
it will come to him fairly late, all things considered. Looking at the map here, but
Oh yeah.
Oh, we still need to go to the labyrinth. Ugh.
I think Orcus is.
the Gallery of Angels or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Orcus, I think, is his nearest threat.
Yes.
Yeah. And he couldn't be too fond of that, surely.
No. He's encroaching on his territory. We're here to get rid of it somehow.
Let's go talk to it.
Yeah, as you move, be 3 days south, you begin to feel a strange sensation of being watched.
I have a slight question before we continue. We have a note here on the map. Go north 3 days, meet Mind Flayer Setsubir. Is that something we've done?
No.
No, you haven't done that.
Oh.
We need to be here, go north 3 days, and we'll meet a Mind Flayer.
That's so far out of our way.
I think we were going to do it on the way because we can just go, out and around so we don't have to deal with the fucking worms.
I see.
And then, we visit him, and then we go all the way down.
Sure.
I think that was the idea. Okay. We have the feeling that we're being watched.
Yes, but Huge
Oh.
Finger Muncher is leaving. I don't know why. There we go.
Okay.
Yeah, you have the feeling that you're being watched. The light here is slightly dim. There's beginning to grow fungi on lichen on the walls, which is a scene that's rare here. It's quite clear that these tunnels, though they still are in the worm writhings, are not visited by purple worms. as they don't usually get to grow like anything in there that time. As you sort of move around and such, it's almost as if in any angle where the party doesn't look, just out the corner of your eyes, there's eyeballs like just opening in the walls and floor and ceiling, and even just in dark chasms where you can't see. When you sort of turn your head slowly, like they aren't there, but that feeling of like just eyeballs opening on any surface, really. Even to the point of okay, you're walking in the back of the party, looking forward drowsily. It's dark, it's cold, and it's almost as if there's an eyeball on the back of the person in front of you's head, stuff like that.
Ugh. Worst nightmare.
Eerily opening and watching. You lay down to sleep. You put your blanket down. You can almost feel it opening under like the blanket while you lay on it, right? But then you pull the blanket back and it's not there. As you go in here. Could I have some wisdom saving throws?
Sure.
Woohoo,
A lot of
yes.
you, really.
I love
A
these.
7, yes. That's all I ever wanted. On my best saving throw.
Damn.
Critical save.
Stabs the eyeball from nowhere.
Liam's mind is not for invasion.
Roland? All right. So Roland is having a hard time with this. The rest of you, it's as I described, but for Roland, sometimes when he looks instinctively in this direction, he feels watched. The eyes don't close, and they meet his gaze, and he begins to feel wrong.
Oh.
Oh shit.
Wrong. How is the question?
Yes, that is the question. All right. It is an easy thing to answer, though. We have a button for that. Okay. So momentarily, while walking, Roland will be whenever these things catch his gaze, his body will freeze up, and he will just stand there staring into them.
Apparently stunned for multiple minutes.
Yes, which probably makes it very visible to the rest of the
Yeah.
party that he is staring into nothing.
I mean, he's leading the party, so it's definitely apparent.
Yeah, he just stops and like stares at like something that isn't there for like several minutes, not answering or moving in any way. And then the eye finally, after watching him for 3 minutes, closes and he can move along. I mean, it's not 3 minutes every time. Varied.
It might be longer.
Mhm.
Actually, it's more likely to be longer because that was a D10.
Yeah.
It
Happens every now and then. Not every hour, but maybe every 2.
Well, I got rid of the man staring off at things. I suppose that's the thing the others will encounter, as Roland will just freeze up at some point, and then afterwards after several minutes just starts shaking his head and kind of looking around confused for a moment.
Yeah, Liam knows that Roland has had a rough life. He
I mean, the thing is, you used to go into a catatonic state, so it's not
It's
too
true.
dissimilar. So
We
I don't think
found
we'd
you-
feel like there's much wrong.
Yeah, we found you in a blood pit covered in a dwarf's intestines. It's not.
He's gone through worse.
Yeah, it's not.
He fixed that.
It's fine.
He needs a little dumb time.
Liam will give him a reassuring pat on the back. He's like, I know.
How does Roland feel about it? I mean, he's losing his mind a bit.
Roland is feeling very shaky about this. And internally, though he's doing his best not to show it so much, part of him is panicking at this. He's been doing his best to kind of get full control again, make sure that he is the one in command of who he is, and he's driving himself. And while this isn't necessarily controlling him, it's stopping him from having control, which is still reminiscent. all everything's been happening to him throughout all his time down here.
So you're moving along, these passages, stopping up every now and then, looking around. What kind of light do you have with you?
Don't think a lot of the time we do, because most of us can see in the dark, and we know how much light can be.
Oh,
beacon.
correction. I am now the only one who can't see in the dark.
Yeah.
So,
If light is needed, Liam will have his sword out, which is shining with light.
I mean,
I don't
I'm
think
fine.
we ever need to put it on.
I'm fine with no light until something happens. Like,
Yeah.
I can follow close pretty easily.
Creepiest trip.
It is creepy.
Pitch black.
I imagine Riordan's holding onto like one of our bags or something the entire way.
Yeah,
Effectively blind, being led through these tunnels for days.
I mean,
At
he can't see the eyes, right? So I mean, that's
You can feel them then.
that's fine.
At least until we sit down for camp and then he gets some
He's
light back.
felt worse. He's almost drowned.
It's true.
Yeah.
At least when we get camp, he can see some light.
Yeah.
The thing is, light here is also like a beacon to anything in here.
Isn't there like it's just pitch black? There's no like.
There is slight bits of light in somewhere, but
Okay.
mostly it's just pitch black. Like the sun never
Yeah,
ever could reach here.
I think maybe Cirilla will like use light on a stone that Riordan, like when he's feeling particularly anxious about being in complete darkness,
I
you can
could
pull
just
it
take
out, be like, oh,
Yeah,
light,
sure.
oh.
Probably just
Well,
eyes
he'll-
like watering, looking at something.
No, he'll stow it away until he needs it.
Yeah.
'cause he doesn't
I
want it.
imagine when you do pull out, it's like shielded in your hand slightly, so like it doesn't spread that much.
Yeah,
light.
he can just see
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a little peep of the light, and he's like, oh.
And if you really need some light, we can always turn on Dawnbringer, and that's like actual sound light.
Yeah.
I mean,
I turn on
I mean,
dawn. Oh.
Roland can do that. Roland can do that. You're quicker than you can even say to like pull up Dawnbringer. He can already have it out. So.
Yeah. It's fine.
Yeah.
He's a willful halfling. He's brave, so
Could you arrange yourselves in like your marching order,
sure.
right to left?
Because Riordan would be stuck in the middle because he needs to be led and not.
He
get
doesn't
lost.
want to be in the back and just suddenly like disappear,
Yeah, yeah. that
or
would be the
lose someone's
worst.
hand and then just be lost forever.
Yep.
I think Liam should be close to Roland.
Yeah.
Cirilla
Should
can
be behind.
move real
Cirilla-
fast.
Yeah, so really can pick up the back, I think.
Yeah, so, I mean, yeah, I'll go right at the back.
And we'll protect the softies in the middle here.
Yeah.
So, can you move up then, Liam? Or
I mean, we want some distance
Softy.
between us, right?
okay.
Oh yeah. Have a bit of a gap.
Mm-hmm.
So I moved too damn fast anyway. So
All right.
I think that'll do.
And I need to put you.
You meant like right, as in the front, and left.
Yes.
in the back. Okay.
Yeah.
Which also
Realize it's the front.
I'm also going to declare as Roland's moving. He has his shield out. They declare him.
Oh god, yeah, we're always ready for a fight. Fuck, we're in the Underdark.
Yeah. Well, the thing is though, Roland doesn't always have his shield out. Sometimes switches to open fighting. Like, so,
Okay.
like having a shield out is not a just expected thing.
As you're moving towards a, well, seems like a beholder has, not a beholder, a purple worm has dug vertically down through this path, meaning that there's only a narrow band of walkable length, like at the sides of the room,
Okay.
along here, or here, or by trying to climb down and around.
Get
Get
Schweiss
Schweiss
over.
over.
I just want to cast that also on Cirilla and Riordan.
Sure.
All right.
Not falling down places. I've been there. Terrible.
Yeah.
I mean, me and Liam are probably good enough that we can probably.
Liam will attempt to climb.
Wait, so who has flight?
the back of the group.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We all
this
don't
one.
sort of-
Could you give yourself like a blue aura or something? Like a halo.
How do I even do that?
I'll do it then.
Okay.
I'm sure there's a.
Blue.
Isn't there a condition?
Maybe.
Let
Let's
me-
see.
Is it? Oh, yeah, okay.
Magic, modifiers, move, flying.
Oh, that's fine.
Oh, you're flying. Look at that.
That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
We'll do the mundane thing.
So I guess we'll make our way over. Although I think Riordan needs to like attach himself to Cirilla, I guess, to see.
Yeah. So you just have to like
So-
flying around, waiting to see.
Yeah.
Just grab on Sorilla's backpack, she'll fly.
Yeah, just
Lost in the void
you
forever.
can drag me along with you. Same movement.
Yeah. So you're moving along this this path, and I would like you to do me some athletics check. Okay.
Still looking for the same bonus. There.
Yeah, you're okay. Though Liam is, he's a bit big for this little handhold.
You know,
Really.
Yeah, slips a little bit with his feet.
If you it's that Moria thing where if your rocks
Yeah.
fall down like.
And he like stops every time, like listening for a minute to hear if something's coming from that, and then he like slowly.
Could you roll initiative then?
Sure.
Because something does actually, as a matter of fact.
Oh,
This is going to make the situation more interesting.
it's fine. I have fly too. I just
Dispel magic.
not sure when to use it. If you fall, I'll catch you.
Okay.
At least one of you, because it's from my lyre. So. I
Oh,
can't.
should I just click the initiative button? Is that what I normally do? I think I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, because as a matter of fact, something does descend upon you as you fly. As Cirilla flies, really.
The blind halfling realizes first.
I can see a little
Basically,
bit.
it comes through the path above you. A big round thing with an eye in the middle, and a myriad of tentacles surrounding a central eye.
Great.
Oh, really?
Great.
Oh, hello.
Really.
Give me a second.
This isn't dangerous at all.
If we fall, we're dead.
Gesh,
Very fall.
run. This concentration must live.
It's fine. Gesh has
As you
mighty
see,
constitution.
the creature at first appears perhaps to be a beholder. You're kind of thinking of that as well. However, as you look closer, it's pink and sort of seemingly more squishy. It's also smaller than you might have expected.
Is that a flump?
It has many long tentacles. At the end of them seem to be sucking mouths.
Oh.
Each with grabbers, allowing it to attach itself to someone and drain them from blood. Perhaps this is the adventurer's worst nightmare. After the Sturge.
Oh gosh, that looks horrible.
Look at it. It looks so. How does a thing with one eye look so sad?
Why am I alive?
It lets out a weird humming sound, lacking a mouth, except for the ones on its many tentacles, as they begin to reach out for the warm blood inside of you.
Oh dear.
No, you get to
Well, do I see it? I barely do.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like Liam's sword. It probably wouldn't be while he's climbing, actually.
No.
Pull out your light
Which would
stone.
mean that you would not see it yet.
Oh yeah, I'll pull out my lightstone. Good idea.
I mean, something else, actually, I would argue because Liam's sword would probably be on his back because it's so big, so it'd still be glowing.
Yeah, we can go with that.
Yeah, sure. All right. All right. This thing is weird looking. Let's see. If I
Looks at you.
polymorphed it into
It looks sad, almost afraid.
Oh,
Yeah, polymorph it into a sheep.
just let it fall all the way down.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that'd be
Take all the
funny.
fall damage.
That'd be pretty funny.
That would be great. Try it.
Or like a rat. I mean, okay, I'll try.
I mean, it probably.
It probably won't work, but
It would be hilarious if it did, though.
I'm so I'm let me
Can you polymorph it though? Is it any creature or is it humanoid?
let me
Ooh.
check. I'm pretty sure I can morph it into most things.
Because there is a polymorph anything or spell that's like level
Transforms a
9.
creature with at least 1 hit point.
A creature.
It's definitely a creature.
It's definitely a creature.
Okay, well I will attempt to polymorph it then.
Alright, let's see. That you can see within range, into new form, reach 60 feet. It lasts for duration until it drops to 0.
Yeah, I think it. I don't think
Consumes hit
there's
points of its new form, or reverse normal form, it returns to the hit points it had before it transformed.
I suppose it doesn't
So
die.
dropping to 0, any excess damage taken into normal form.
Yeah, so if it takes damage, the damage rolls over.
Oh,
Creature
okay.
is limited to actions performed by its new nature. Can't actually, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I don't see any reason you shouldn't be able to.
Yeah, so you can cast it on
Try.
like a rat. So it has like 2 hit points.
1 HP, yeah. Let me try
It's
that.
like twice as many.
Choose class to cast. Why is this? That is not the right DC. Let me double check that. I think it is 16. If I recall correctly. Yes.
16 wisdom save.
Oh, wow. Ah, that was a good save.
Sadness. Fine. You will float over here. Away from it.
Sure.
Just a below average would have done it.
It's real.
Alright. I need to make sure that Gesh doesn't get hit so we don't plummet to our death.
Yes.
Man, I'm trying to remember all the spells I have. There's so many. I will. I think I might just engage it. I don't particularly need to use spells right now. But I can move 60. So I'll come all the way over here.
Sure.
So it can't go around me. I guess I'll attack it. Wow, 2 damage, huh?
Ooh, you do attack it.
It's a longbow attack? What?
Oh, why am I using my longbow? Sorry,
A
that was
divine strike longbow?
wrong weapon.
Last time you attacked with a longbow.
I must have used
It's
the
been a
longbow.
while. It's hard to remember what we were before.
So do you want to keep the rolls you got with the new weapon, or
No,
just re-roll the whole thing?
I'll reroll the whole thing. My new weapon does much more damage.
There we go.
Yeah, that's better.
Identical damage.
Exactly the same damage.
It's reversed.
Yeah,
Yeah,
interesting.
as you strike it though, some of its pinkish blood splashes out towards you, dealing you 1 point of lightning damage.
Oh,
Okay.
That's weird.
weird. Yeah.
If only you were a blue dragonborn. Yes.
Can polymorph him later on.
As it'll begin to reach out with its tentacles, trying to first grab at Cyrilla with it.
What's your DC? Roten will attempt to distract him from doing that if he can see. Okay, you can see Cyrilla from where he is, so an attempt. Let's see. No, it's not enough.
All right.
What's
Unfortunately.
your inspiration die up to now?
D. I'm not sure. Actually, I think it's a D10. Yeah, it's a D10.
Okay, so still hits and I'm grappled.
it grapples you. Basically, the long sucker mouth sort of wraps around her and just takes into her.
Ew.
Which means that then would it'll begin to try to drain some of your blood to feed itself.
Oh no.
Could you do a DC? Just a Constitution save.
Okay.
To try to suck the juices out.
Meh.
All right, you fail, so you take full damage. 21 lightning damage,
Jesus Christ.
It's
and
just a
it
jellyfish.
heals.
This is bad.
Jesus Christ, it's dealt 40 damage to me.
Then it wants to try to grab somebody else too. Hungrier. It can only really reach Liam from here, so it reaches out with its long tentacle, tries to grab Liam, and does not. It's out like a humming, satisfied sound as it begins to drain Cyrilla. Yes, you are grappled and restrained by it. Yeah. You have a button for this, right? Yeah. Doop. You're restrained as long as you're grappled. Then, from above too, comes something that lets out a screeching hiss, seemingly following this thing, perhaps opportunists following in its wake. As another creature descends here.
Oh,
Grell. What looks like a big brain with a beak and many long tentacles hanging from below it with stingers on it. This thing will look around and then it will go for whoever's closest really. Look over here, flying, and it'll reach out with its. It won't go that close here. It'll reach out with its tentacles. One of them going for Riordan here. Tried and failed. It's another Grell. Ears. Over here. Reaching for Roland.
Yeah, no, you don't.
Shield stopping its tentacles from being able to grasp him. The poison likely paralyzing and horrible to have in the body. Liam, screaming things, humming things have descended,
Yeah, I can't
clinging to the wall.
Can I go here?
No, you have to go to at the edge of the wall if you cannot fly.
Well, then I can't really fight that thing in any conceivable manner.
I have an idea.
If you can take this Grell out for me, I'd appreciate it.
Yeah, I will handle this Grell then, and you guys will have to handle the death because I simply can't reach it.
Yeah, I plan to do that anyway because I can survive from healing.
There you go. Lee will move over here, and he will attack this Grell. Presumably. No, Jake. Go away with your stupid... Oh my god. Why is everyone restarting that game constantly? It's
Don't know.
infuriating.
Because
Monster World.
connection issues.
Oh, crash movie.
Now even with the right weapon. Alright, let's see if we can kill it.
That is a hit. Cutting into it. And another hit. Let's see. It's bloodied. Its brain juices spill everywhere.
If it moves, it will explode.
With a hiss escaping it. Yeah, that's it.
That is it.
Rolling.
Roland is going to go ahead and back off here. Am I being threatened right now?
Yes.
In which case, I will, as a quick action, to think what the different actions are recorded in this one. It's quick action? All right.
Bonus.
Bonus action. That's what 5 is. As a bonus action, I will disengage for free if I'm allowed to as my rogue right.
Mhm.
I will come back here. I need to turn off shield. I can see the Death Kiss over there. It's got Thriller. The Thriller is technically still threatening it.
Yeah, I think she would be.
So,
I mean, does restraint say he
Nope.
can't be threatening?
No.
Nope. That is just 0. You have disadvantage to dexterity saving throws, and people have
It's paralyzed.
advantage.
So
Advantage, sure.
It's fine.
I can't heal you, Thriller, but I can deal damage. As I will conjure up a chill touch to fire over at the Death Kiss. So, firstly, what the hell are these things?
Yeah, I mean, that would be some sort of check, surely.
I don't know exactly what. Do you want nature or arcana? I could both of those.
No, definitely a can of those two. It's not a natural thing. Yeah, it'd be a can of. Well, I mean, you have not heard much of these elusive creatures, but it is believed it is what you call a beholder creature. This one particularly, you just only know myths of this kind of thing. People say to stay away from a beholder when it gets truly frightened, because its nightmares can sprout to life as part of the thing.
Alright. I will go ahead and chill touch the big sucky thing. That's a 14 to hit.
No, you miss with it. As it nimbly sort of hovers around,
Well, that's sad.
dodging and humming
Would have done a lot more damage than that.
happily, sucking on its snack. Gesh, you are threatened currently.
Well, that's not good. I think Gash is just gonna shoot this one and
Alright.
not do anything fancy.
It's a safe option.
2 hits. 21.
We have companions, don't we?
Yes.
You might. We haven't killed them all yet.
I think my dwarves add more damage, but I don't remember how much.
They are down here.
Where?
That's the Dwarven Guard's ability.
Yeah. They have 2 injuries, so 1 extra damage to both attacks, so another 2 damage.
Oh, wrong enemy.
Alright.
There we go.
And that's Gash's turn.
Alright. Riordan.
Let me see. Well, yeah, I'm threatened, right? So I need to get rid of this thing. Or I could let people stand on something. Either I get rid of this, or I can make like a pathway down from where Liam is, straight across the chasm that he can walk on.
That's pretty good.
But if I get hit by this, it'll disappear. So,
That's not so good.
It's
is
not
not so good.
guaranteed, but it would be shitty if he fell.
It would be shitty if you fell. But it is worth a try, because at least then you can hit everything, I think, from if I make this. So
Well, it's gonna disappear before Liam's turn, at least.
yeah, that's the thing. It's fine. I'll maybe next turn if I'm not threatened by this. Well, I guess I could take the. No.
You can hit the synaptic shock with like all of these, right?
Yeah, but I'd also hit everyone. It's a 20 foot. I can't aim it so that it hits everything. I can only maybe hit these 2.
20-foot radius.
Yeah, I can hit the bottom 2 with the synaptic. Actually,
20-foot radius. Should be
20
able to-
foot radius.
Good
Yeah.
blast. A bit of something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about that. Yeah, I'll do a synaptic static psychic fireball, I guess is what it would be called. So that is an intelligence saving throw.
Hopefully a brain creature is not that smart.
but hopefully
I
someone else
dunno.
actually get affected by it.
I imagine it hits its brain a lot.
So what is this you say?
This is a 20-foot radius psychic explosion. So the
Right where are you putting it?
Grell 2 and Death Kiss 1 get hit by. Let me draw it again. Here.
It's an intelligence save?
Yes.
Right. Intelligence saves. They're not stupid enough to not count.
Okay.
Sadly, sometimes that would be
Good.
beneficial, but
Yeah.
what can you do?
So that's 31 damage. That passes. Still takes half though.
31.
And it subtracts a d6 from its attacks and ability checks until it makes a saving throw at the end of its turn to get rid of the effect.
All right. As it is barely like just flying, like making weird noises, holding its weird head.
He'll hang tight because he can't really move.
Yeah. Cirilla.
I was looking for an end turn button. I couldn't find it in the other way, so this is.
You need to tell me when you're done.
All right. I need to heal myself. That's sort of. Because if he does the same thing again, I'm dead.
Mhm.
So
Maybe a sanctuary?
he's
Because
got,
it has you grappled, so.
yeah,
you'd
he's
have to-
got decent wisdom though.
True.
He also is not currently making attacks against you. He's just sucking out your blood.
Oh. Well, that's bad.
I mean, it says harmful,
Yeah.
so
Is it
that
harmful?
would technically be part of it, but I think I've got a bigger problem anyway. Yeah, I'll heal myself first. Hopefully for a decent amount with this. Not bad. There's no such thing as bonus action cantrips. So that's just gonna have to be it, really. Just gonna have to survive this thing.
All right. It'll move over here. You can take an attack of opportunity with disadvantage if you want,
With disadvantage?
for being restrained.
Oh. Yeah.
It'll keep grappling you. It just doesn't want its body to be so close to you.
Sure.
Creepy jellyfish thing.
Then it'll reach out to see if it can grab more people and suck in their blood. So it'll try to reach out for Riordan.
No.
It'll try to reach out for Gesh.
Gush will impose disadvantage on the first attack, which of course didn't matter, but I sort of.
I'll try
pull it
and
out.
prevent it. Maybe. Ah, 7. Okay, that's enough,
Yeah.
right?
That is enough.
And then it'll suck blood from Cirilla. Could we have a Constitution save?
Come on, Surly. Do it.
Yeah. Nope.
Ugh.
3.
Rain some.
Oh God.
Jesus.
Heals. 19.
Almost max damage on that.
That's
So wait,
horrific.
how much range does this thing have?
20.
Jesus Christ.
Need
This
to back
is
off
not,
a bit.
It's not a nice thing.
It'll hold Cirilla stuck there. This Grell will try to attack Riordan again. Tasty little target. Oh, apparently it's not very good at that. I'll get him minus D6. So, what's the save it needs to do?
And double check. I think
It's a con save.
Intelligence.
It is intelligence saving throw.
Okay, does it also take a minus D6 on that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Harsh.
I don't know. I misread.
Blam. It fails. This Grell here will attack Liam because it wants to be able to eat him. Oh, look at that.
Actually, no, it doesn't because it's
It's
attacks
fine,
and
isn't it?
ability checks and con saving throws that maintain concentration. There's nothing about other saves, so
What?
it doesn't apply.
Oh, okay. Sure.
It's only for
It would
concentration.
not actually hit it anyway.
It's fine. Liam will just.
We'll take it.
Yeah.
Right. Then we will need to save against its.
No, because I can't be paralyzed or grappled. I have a ring of freedom of movement.
Oh, yeah. Well, you need to do a DC 11 Constitution save or be poisoned
Okay.
and paralyzed, but that doesn't matter.
Let's see.
And he cannot grapple you, which it's very sad about. It's long like stingers, so slither across him, but I just can't find a purchase.
The ring is glowing. Let's see here. Con save, you said?
Yeah.
Constitution. Oh, natural
He's
one.
poisoned for a minute.
Oh, that's horrible.
Actually, I'm indomitable. So I can reroll saving throw, which I will. Better.
There you go.
Yeah.
You basically flipped it over.
All right. So it doesn't manage to paralyze you. Oh, how you eat your brain if you're not paralyzed?
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, this thing needs to die, so I will proceed to try to kill it. So Nix will fly over here and aid Roland against this thing. Let's go.
So you're fighting against the remains of Beholder's bad dream.
Yeah. 24 against AC for 22 damage against this thing.
22. Grill splats and falls into the hole.
Mm-hmm. Well, can't reach either of those, so I guess I'll have to switch to longbow for the next turn.
Alright.
But yeah, for now, that's what I do.
Well,
I'm going to try and shoot at the Death's Kiss with advantage now. That's going to be an 18.
yes.
Okay. That's going to be 11 plus 2 plus 14, so that's 13 plus 14, 27 necrotic damage, and he cannot heal hit points.
Haha. That
And I start necrotizing his body.
the chill touch still very useful even at these levels.
A little bit of necromancy, you know?
Yeah,
Look, it's a good kind of necromancy.
it is.
Yes.
I'm pro this necromancy.
Gash is currently threatened by 2 things, right?
Yes.
Well, that's all good. Gash just gonna shoot
Which
the
means he has
bad.
disadvantage no matter which one he shoots at.
That's also true.
You could just
Actually, Gash would not have anything against this guy because he used his what's it called? His entropic ward to give a disadvantage, and it missed, which means Gash gets advantage, but it's cancelled.
And you can go for it, yeah.
21 and 12.
Alright, that's one hit, but that's enough to kill it.
Good.
It too falls into the hole.
Finger Muncher will help someone.
Who?
He'll help Roland, even though Nyx is already doing that. He wants to feel useful.
can help Cirilla escape if you can. I don't know.
No, that doesn't work that way.
Jordan.
I could encase it for a bit if you guys need to. If Cirilla needs to back off for a second and not die.
I mean,
I think she does. Yeah.
Get somewhere Cirilla can no longer be grabbed by, that'd be good.
yeah, I mean, I can get out. I do have the spell freedom of movement. The problem is that if I leave his grapple, I still need to leave his threatened area.
Well, the thing is, you won't be threatened if I do this. I'm gonna
Yeah,
encase him
yeah,
in the
so-
dome, so
If you can
Yeah.
do that, then that'd be fine.
I can. Yeah. Well, Jordan will cast Wall of Force on the Death's Kiss and form a 10-foot radius sphere of force around him. To encase him. If I could just make a...
Like that.
Yeah, it's 10 foot though, so...
It is
That is 10 foot.
Oh, that is 10 foot. Okay,
It's
well,
large.
that works.
so that's like the thing you said, though, wasn't it?
Yeah,
Okay, no, it's bigger.
It's large, so it's a 10 foot.
10 foot radius, so 20 foot diameter.
Block.
Yeah.
Oh wow, yeah, okay.
Like a mime.
There you go.
There you go. Yeah, perfect. All right. Well, yeah. Let's. He might actually fly over to
Hmm?
the other side.
Well, there's thinking a bubble there now.
Yeah.
15.
Looks like there's a bubble there.
Here, just in case he falls, he doesn't want to be caught. To fall down. Yeah, that's his turn. It lasts for up to 10 minutes, so I mean, we've plenty of time to.
Go for lunch.
Yeah, I mean, you've time enough to just get across if you want to stick to one side.
Sphere with a radius of up to 10 feet. Yeah, that's a sphere.
Which, I mean, is Sir Lester grabbed?
No, because
no,
it would be
can't
she'd
be.
be pushed to the other side. So
I mean, technically we have to pull her in with it. But
Well,
let's say in this case that
yeah.
that might be what normally would happen as she moves with it, but no, we're not gonna have that. It's a good idea. Sucked in.
His tentacle nearly gets cut in half by.
Here, like a. I mean, really, you have 10 minutes now, so I can just end combat here. Vingamuncher and Nyx, like, they can be resummoned for a little money. Fine,
Yeah.
you can watch them die. As
Alright.
the sort of puts its mouths, like sucking mouths, up against the sphere.
I can cast fly on one of you from my lyre if one of you wants to just come over here quickly, but I actually can't because it's concentration.
I mean, I can just go around the edge.
Just make your check to not fall, and then
Athletics?
you're good.
I mean, if that failed, I'd have a real problem, Malachi.
As it sort of touches the side and says, "Wait."
No.
Alright, hang on. Let me do this. This here, I can heal myself 36. Give 2 to Liam for charity.
Oh, thanks.
How long is the short rest? It's an hour, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, shame.
We can be
We had-
friends.
If we had the catnap spell, then that would be perfect.
Catnap 10
Yeah.
minutes. Just hang on in there.
Good spell.
Looks at you like
I'll top
we
myself
suck a
up.
mouth, sort of following you.
Rolling kind of like kneeling down, kind of getting like ready with like sniper shots of necrotic energy.
I can't come with you.
Good.
That's the point. We've
Bye.
got Fingermuncher
It'll
next to
probably-
play with.
It'll probably suck them up, yeah.
Oh no.
It's fine. I'll
Sorry, collateral
cast.
damage.
resummon him.
It's either Thriller or it's both of them.
I love that you can resummon them both. It just
Oh, that's
Yeah.
terrible.
You just see them like being grabbed by the suckers, and like drained into husks, and then just poofing as their familiars.
Oh well.
So, how do you want to handle this? Do you want to just keep going? Because I can hold this concentration until it ends.
It's
We
I
could
mean-
be friends.
it is a bad creature to fight in this
It
like.
is.
I mean, if we fought back over here, like over here,
I mean,
Yeah.
I have no problem fighting this. He can't grapple me, so he can't like suck the life out of me. I can certainly go up there and just try to kill it, but I need to fly to do it.
No,
I mean,
I
well,
mean,
back
we
off.
just
We'll
back
back over
up.
here.
just
Yeah.
lure it back in the tunnel.
Yeah. And if it doesn't follow, that's great. We'll just keep going.
Yeah, we just need to back up.
I mean, you can just leave now. So, I mean, you can't follow
Yeah.
you for 10 minutes. You can get out of
You
here.
can just leave.
What?
I'm happy with that. If you guys want to just leave.
That's fine with me then.
Watch as you sort of rubbing its tentacles against the edge, you know.
Alright.
Sad hum.
Let's leave as
Should
fast
abandon
as we
it.
can.
You two abandon it.
Yep.
That's
For
why I never had
sure.
any friends.
I wonder why.
I gave it a nice sphere at least. Two little things that it could eat. That didn't have any actual blood in them.
You just see Riordan like an intense concentration of the thing that would murder him if he let up for a second.
Every order pats on the back, really.
He loses concentration.
No.
Yeah.
No.
It sits here. You know, watching from its view, like its friends leaving, stuck. Oh well.
Barrier.
At
I
least
got
I
to
have
wait for
my
the next
Grell.
people who come around
At
someday,
least
and
I have my Grell friends. Oh. Oh
I
no.
guess I will suck their corpses dry. That'll be something.
We can move on. I guess.
Yeah, it should not be too.
So why is this the nightmare of a beholder? Is this like the beholder's stupid cousin, and like he dreamt that he was like stupid?
No, that's how he
it's
sees
lit-
himself.
Oh, I see.
Awkward and shy.
Oh wow, he's a gentle flower.
I'm surprised you didn't talk to it, guys.
You just need to show him some love, and he will blossom.
Yeah, no, it's because the beholder is powerful enough that when they have a nightmare, it manifests as a creature of
Oh sure.
of hunger and just a need for validation and like and power really and like life warmth which it gets from trying to suck the blood of people.
I mean, Gaship Dendar wants, a nightmare given physical form. There's an
Dendar's
offering
like,
right
oh, yeah,
there.
these things are great.
Yeah.
I could
You know,
give
if
the
he actually
beholder a nightmare and make whatever I want.
making
Yeah.
more of them forever.
Yeah.
Imagine the power.
I
Well, I
suppose
just-
life.
My mind just went like, wait, I wonder if the Death Kiss sleeps. Can you give the nightmare a nightmare?
You could, but I don't think it'd be care.
Like nightmare section.
Endless loops of little horrors.
But then horrors like dolls that
Yeah.
every time
Russian horrors.
Right now, just imagine tiny versions of
Next
itself.
campaign, creating the abyss.
Abyss Kingmaker.
Yeah.
I mean, that would actually be kind of interesting.
Make it
Yeah, you-
horrible.
You're all small demon lords trying to make it. Start as a quasit.
I mean, that would be kind of interesting to play like a demon lord, kind of a kingmaker.
It sure would be something.
We'll have to go.
Oh, I built a
recruit-
kingdom. Oh, now I killed everyone. How silly me.
You have to
You don't
recruit
wanna kill everyone, they'll have to play with.
worshippers and steal souls.
The thing is, demons aren't about slaughter because they wouldn't be able to toy with their subjects.
Demons are about slaughter.
Not entirely. Just
Or
mostly.
devils then.
There's a demon called the Slaughterer.
I mean, that one definitely.
But yeah, they murder and destroy things for fun in different ways. That's certainly true. Yeah. So you will travel from here 2 more days before you get to where you want to go. If you want to remove, like, I think it's 25 gold pieces per familiar to get them back.
Sure.
I believe it's more actually. Let me check.
Like a day.
Even so, I have gold to spare. I have gold. I haven't
Throw
really
it in,
used it.
throw it
Oh,
in.
it's 10 gold pieces. Never
Okay.
mind.
Well,
Come
remove
back,
10
Nix.
this, and then
I don't have 10 gold pieces.
It's
Fine.
fine. Ian
Thinking about
will borrow you.
I think as guilt, Riordan will give both you the 20. You take that.
Hello, Nix. I'm sorry. Here's your knife, so you can threaten people.
it's scared,
Yeah.
Oh,
England is probably annoyed at,
Life.
dying again. He's sick of existing and all those things.
this whole thing is just
That was my secret revenge on Finger
it's
Muncher.
gonna end eventually. Why not just get it done with?
Yeah. Got something to do first.
You have to make it so complicated. Let's save the world so we can have it die. Great.
It's not the end that matters, it's the journey. You don't want to
How you
die
get
while
in.
being
Yeah.
infested by demons.
Yeah, no, that's true. He doesn't like demons.
Yeah, exactly. So just hate demons enough.
They wouldn't
to
be here in the first place if it wasn't for these silly people.
Exactly.
Which is
Maybe.
nothing about pragmatic in his genocidal attitude. Yeah, as you continue traveling, the feeling of being watched, constant eyes and such, continuing as you travel further, maybe even growing stronger. As you move here. Going this way, you know sort of what you're looking for, and that is the symbol of the eye. Meaning, the eyes are kind of the theme of this place, as you might have discovered at this point. But you know, as you go here, you begin to indeed see them carved into the walls as well. Symbols of open eyes, leading the way to go through the right passages to get to this place. They are faint, certainly, and somewhat out of the way. However, as you go, there really is a pretty maybe underwhelming is the word. For as you get here, you sort of see just on one of these paths there's a bunch of rope ladders hanging down.
That's weird.
Climbing up a vertical shaft. From above, you can see an eerie green light coming down.
Send Nix up to have a look.
I mean, you know,
Or Finger Muncher, he can actually talk.
it's true.
What? Finger Muncher can't talk? What are you talking about?
Riordan's told us all about it. Stop lying.
In your dreams, maybe, yes.
Send something up to look.
I mean, okay, sure. Liam will climb up.
Sure, it's a rope ladder. You know, you can certainly just climb up there.
Guess Cyrilla won't leave Liam to go on his own.
No, you need
Well,
to
I
stay
mean,
here and
If
protect
you
the
travel one by one,
unis.
so as Liam climbs up.
Hmm.
Up through the path. First, it looks like it's a path like many others, but as he goes up, he sees a square sort of hole that the ladder goes up through into what seems to be as a stone building covered in lichen. Clearly, this has been here, maybe even from before, or at some point. It has never been destroyed by purple worms, or if it has been repaired, which would take a lot of effort and hard work. She climbs up and sees someone there waiting for him. Two people, in fact. But first, the room. The room is fairly barren. There are three doors. A major door with the symbol of basically each side being the upper and lower jaw of a beholder. So when you open the door, it would sort of open the mouth to continue in. And then two undecorated side doors, one in the top and bottom south end. The two people here are both wearing robes, though one of them is wearing sort of ragged, filthy robes, and the other one is wearing an immaculate set of black robes. The man who is close to you here is fairly remarkable. He is a human, have a bald head. His scalp is covered in 12 tattoos. Oh, excuse me, 10 tattoos of eyes. He is wearing what appears to be a wizard's robe, a couple potion bottles, the like. and in his hand he has a staff with a constantly peering eye on top of it, looking like that of a beholder. Sort of tentacle as it sort of wiggles and stares.
I can't see their tokens if they have
No,
them.
not yet. I can remember them. The woman behind by the door seems to be a sort of a servant. Has a single eye tattooed, not yet bald, but got a sort of a red brown hair. Also appears to be human, and seen better days. Definitely, is looking down subserviently. On the wall, you can see the eerie green light coming from some faceted skulls. Faceted.
Fastened? Yeah.
Skulls that seem to be looking down, similar to what you have seen in the in a certain bone nagger's lair back in Gauntlgrim. It seems likely that these are some sort of like protection.
Hmm.
She looks at Liam, seeming completely and entirely unsurprised. She's climbing up his rope ladder.
Yep.
Presumably, someone who has such an eye thing might be looking
I would assume.
quite a while.
Yeah, Liam will signal the others that they can climb up if they want.
Mhm.
And he'll take a step forward, make room for him.
She will. The man looks to Liam and speaks loud enough that people can hear it below. Says, "I am Shedrak of the Eyes, Speaker of the Maw." Sort of gestures out. You are visiting here. Sazak's domain is open to you for now. This room is open to you for.
Liam nods slowly. And clears his throat a little bit. Well, we have traveled here to sort of looks down to see if Gesh is coming up. He doesn't really want to do this talking.
Sure. Gesh somehow doesn't want to talk much either.
It's fine. I can talk if you want.
Riordan will come up.
Sure.
I just physically can't, and typing doesn't have the same flair to it, so
Yeah.
maybe someone else should take over.
Sure.
Well, Riordan's got a good charisma.
Riordan does, yeah. Yes, I will go up. If I can. Yep. Well, Riordan will address him, and he will say that I'm not going to waste your time. We are here to seek an audience with your lord. We have a problem that is something we need aid with, and in fact, your lord is the only one who can help us.
And when my friend says we, he means all of us, even you.
The entire Underdark, I mean.
Petitioners will be given time, depending on their tribute. What have you brought to the eyes? I shall inspect it in his place.
What do we have to give? Is the question.
I mean, the fanciest things other than my magical sword and mace would be the earth elemental amulet that I've never used.
Yeah, I had the same idea because I've forgotten that we've had it as well quite a lot, even though it was also on my list.
Yeah.
That's potentially something we could.
I could give him the helm I have.
I mean, we never used the amulet, so let's see how that
Okay.
goes down. We can always go further.
If you guys are fine with that, then he'll present it.
Liam will, before you do, he'll be like, well, what is usually a fitting tribute?
Wealth, magic, or knowledge.
Do you have money
I've got an
You have-
ooze mace that I might not use ever again.
Yeah.
We
Use
do
the-
have knowledge of, well, the entire Deep Lord invasion going on. We could tell him about that, maybe. He probably doesn't know. Riordan will ask, what, how much do you know of what happens outside of the, this area, should I say?
If you wish to offer knowledge, it should be secrets, ways to achieve power that my master does not already know of himself.
Well, magic items it is then, because
Or wealth.
don't have our wealth, which don't think we have enough wealth for a beholder.
I don't know. I don't know how much wealth is kind of like decent amount of wealth for the situation. It's hard for me to judge.
Wealth will be stupid amounts, I think,
Yeah.
for a beholder.
I could easily put 500 gold just on the table, but that's not.
Roland.
Yeah?
You will, as you look around the room, he also somewhat recognizes the woman behind the man.
Who is she?
As he looks for your tribute, waiting patiently, not really hurrying you up.
Yes, it's a big decision. I'm sure he'll understand.
But usually people might have prepared something, you know.
I have the amulet and the mace that I would be fine throwing away.
Okay, I mean, I could give it. I have no use. I mean, the helm is nice, but it really is a gaseous thing because I can't even speak the languages anyway, and I have no spell to make myself speak languages. So understanding really doesn't help much, in a sense. So I mean, all those three things could be equal.
I've got a scroll of remove curse that I'll never use.
Roland seems to freeze up after a few moments, and then, will, with the most subtlety he can, though it's, still a thing in the end up trying to end up entangling the entire group in a message spell, so he can whisper to them all.
Yes. What does he say?
As Roland seems to, in a bit of a distressed sounding mutter. One of the girl at the back. She's one of the ones that came down here.
Ah,
But why is she? Roland just sounds a bit kind of like confused right now, though it's quite clear like, just you can hear his mind racing.
does the girl react to his presence at all, or is she?
She's looking into the ground,
Ah, right.
purposefully not meeting anyone's eyes or even looking at you.
I suppose in the sense of the tribute, we could offer the three things that we have. I don't think one is going to be enough.
No, let's do all three.
Sure, fine with that. We'll offer the what was it, the mace, magical mace.
Yeah.
The helm of comprehend languages and the stone golem or stone
Yeah.
elemental.
The earth elemental amulet.
Okay. We'll offer those to him.
How do you offer them? Each for one person? Or?
As the group.
As the group, I mean, I guess Riordan could assign as delegate and just as behalf of everyone, just put it down.
I don't think having you in there by yourself is a good idea.
No, it's a major magical item. It's for the group.
Cash also has a +1 dagger that he might as well throw on the pile.
Wait, so write me in the chat here what you're actually offering him.
Okay. I mean, I guess, yeah. Okay.
Right. As Riordan walked up with it.
Yeah.
He will, Shedrak will reach out the staff, whereupon the tentacle, eye tentacle is, it'll begin to sort of wiggle and twist as it looks over the things, as he frowns slightly and looks to Riordan. Then he taps the staff once into the stone floor, making a sound that makes his acolyte sort of rush over quickly to take the items from Riordan. Still just looking down, looking up at him quickly with scared eyes, reaching out for them. As you give them over,
Yeah.
take it. Move with them this way, opening the door and then closing it behind. Shidrak, just give you a smile at this. The tribute has been found adequate. You're welcome in his hall. Should you desire rooms, we can arrange that for you, as long as you are his guests.
Sure. A
That
nice
would do
step
very
place,
well,
I guess.
yes.
The servants will serve you as they do me or our master. Please take care not to disturb other guests, though there are few at the moment.
Riordan will just bow his head in agreement.
That concludes official. Your talk will be done later.
All right. How later?
Just a few hours, perhaps, not too much. As he sort of loosens up his body language a lot, seemingly done with this sort of the formalized
Yes.
stuff. He sort of stretches a bit, you know.
So, official business done.
Yes, yes, quite
Unofficially,
so.
how did you find yourself here?
Last
Wonder-
second says, yes, asking for my life story.
Of a sort.
I suppose that is as appropriate as anything. Sort of go lean against the wall. A little bit of backrest, seemingly. No chairs or anything. Let's just say, I came down here a long time ago, years and years now, seeking power, information, creatures that could be useful to me. Instead, I found the Imonga, and in him I found a master who I was made to serve. At first, I did so reluctantly, did it because he had things I desired. Now, however, I do it because it has served me well to do so. This place is full of dangers, but he has given me things that I could not have acquired on my own.
And your lord is a sort that is amenable to reasonable discussion, I imagine.
He is powerful, and with power comes a certain type of arrogance, a pride in his accomplishments. He's important, his time is not to be wasted. However, you are not the sort to waste his time.
No, our time is pressing even now, and I feel that whatever we have to say, it will be quick and decisive.
We have been told of you, I believe. The Graft Master came to us a short while ago.
The who?
The Graft Master.
Liam frowns.
I feel like
So
you're telling
whatever.
us some words.
He
I
said
don't
that you
understand.
had encountered him, dealt with him fairly, though he was unable to convince you to freely take upon your back his work. Slice my side. As they say, you should not simply. I can respect wanting something.
So, how do other acolytes come into the service?
They don't. They are purchased generally from the drow. I do that myself. Go to Menzoberranzan, bring in new people. The Imonga always has a need for new people. Many projects are done for his as he desires them.
Do you
As
get
an unofficial query, mind. Those servants you have bought, are they possible to, well, purchase back from you?
There's no drow has ever come for them. We generally acquire the ones. I have an affinity for the ones I believe can be made to serve willingly. This is the ones that we could save from a worse fate, slaves that know they are of no use or are slightly too rebellious or hateful to the drow and therefore would welcome a new master. Those that are like myself.
would he be open for discussion of it though?
Slave business is generally something I handle. He does not often care for his servants in such a way. He is a master of results, and though he sees all that happens within the range of his domain, most of it is uninteresting to him.
It would seem then that you are the only one to deal with this then.
Well, if you've come to purchase slaves, I would suggest the drow as a much better supplier. As I said, these are not your common stock. They are generally the more rebellious or
I think we've
We're
taken.
not looking to buy for usefulness. More, we're looking for someone specific.
I'll just suppose I shall see what I can do. The Eyemonger has desires, as I'm sure you've heard.
Yes.
Things he will trade in. Few enough. You have given him worthy tribute, and he will give you his time in turn. Your requests, dealings, those generally beyond my power.
Jim looks at him and says, "Well, you seem well informed. In that case, I assume you know that large parts of the Underdark are being invaded by demonic forces."
He nods. Yes, the eyes are aware.
We are here to try to stop it.
Such a noble goal. Might I inquire as to the reason? It's altruism.
We
Well,
don't.
altruism isn't really the case. It's more if left like this, then there will be nothing left for us or anyone.
If left unchecked, everything dies.
Ah, an interesting gamble, then. Most would consider the fact that others will have to deal with this, meaning
Well-
that they don't have to.
We are those others, then, I suppose.
Nonsense. Again, I can have respect for that. It certainly does not seem in the Eyemonger's interest to dissuade you from your course of action. In fact, he has had similar thoughts, though they align well with others of his desires.
Well, we are here to seek his aid so that we would do it in his stead, so he could tend to other more important matters.
We have a way of banishing the demons, but we need ingredients.
Ah. He too has such a way, though he does not have access to it at the moment.
I see. And what way would that be, do you know?
Should frown slightly and says, I suppose there's no harm in telling you. Do you know of the Mordran March?
Liam shakes his head.
No.
Creatures from a distant plane called Mechanists that come to this plane rarely in hordes, doing things and carrying things beyond understanding. Some, years and years ago, entered the area known as the Labyrinth. There, even they could not contend with the chaos of the locale. They were lost, broken apart, split, the march confused, and has slowly been ground to dust. Most of them managed to walk straight through, but some have not yet left. Part of what has not been taken away from the labyrinth is something called the maze engine. The maze engine, Well, I have never seen it, but the Eyemonger has found that it is an engine that orders things, not books or papers or some such. It orders reality, fixes tears. Not fixes in the way that if you tore a shirt it would mend it, no, but fixes it in a way so that it is as it should be. The Eyemonger believes that should this be found, he would be able to, with my aid, repair tears in the plains, banishing whichever creatures do not belong here back to their home. This could have a rather large range of effect, and even if it did not, we could bring it to areas near where such creatures might be and then utilize it to banish them.
Liam looks surprised.
Beyond that, it is also said to, well, change reality. My master has quite some ideas of what he would do if he were to acquire it.
I can
In-
imagine.
In the same sense, though, an item of this power, surely the demonic lords might have a use for it as well.
He nods. Yes. On my last trip to the City of Blades, I discovered that, well, gnolls and particular demons had been seen more active in the labyrinth. I can only imagine that they are traveling to acquire it themselves as we speak. Should
Fascinating.
they? Well, in worst case, they might control it, but even if they don't and simply destroy it, that would be a tremendous loss for all.
Yes.
Well, it's always nice to have a backup.
Sure is. Our plan is not infallible, but it is surely nice to have another avenue to take to oust these demons.
Nods. It has been most on my master's mind lately. Should you wish to have him accept whatever proposal you have, perhaps aiding him in the recovery of this thing would be of interest.
And you have said that this is in the labyrinth, correct?
He nods. Says, yes. As a matter of fact, I would go with you should you take that path. At least, I would implore my master to let me, as it might heighten your chance of success.
I would also agree with that sentiment.
It is a place where you can never find a way, and yet his power has infected me, and through it I can never be lost.
It would seem then that his and our interests align to a certain degree.
He nods casually. That would be most fortuitous.
Riort will kind of look back at Roland for a sec, because he heard his message spell, but he was a bit busy, so he didn't really have time to digest it. But now that he has,
He rolls like darting back and forth. He's like trying to think through like all the possibilities.
yeah, Riordan will turn back and say, perhaps for now we should retire to a prepared room, if you wouldn't mind.
Just please, your guests. Just gesture to this door.
This one?
Oh, this one.
This one.
Not the big door.
Not the big door.
Big door.
I'll just do this. We'll just use the same room here. Because basically, they're very much identical.
Okay, sure.
The rooms are just big, carved out rooms of stone. Seemingly, the guests might be diverse enough that trying to make furniture for them would be a wasted effort. As you enter one of the small rooms, however, someone else steps out of another door, seemingly to a similar room, to reach out his little hands and give you a slight smile.
Oh,
Why? I thought I heard well-known voices.
it's you peoples. Well,
Oh, I remember
fancy
you.
seeing you
Yes.
here, huh?
What?
It's nice seeing you again.
Just, yes, you as well. I'm glad that you, well, lived through the ordeals, as I've heard them. Glad I didn't go with you as well.
Yes, probably for the best, but we seem to have met up all right.
You know, quite so, quite so. I'm rather impressed, to be honest. So, you come to speak to the master?
Yes, and you also, I see.
Just yes, I work for him.
And how does that go for you? I assume he's
He pays very well. Best physician job I've ever had.
right. And as a craft master, as I so heard it, you do exactly?
I recover eye stalks and I graft them onto his magnificent head so that he can utilize them and they are movable and functional.
Right,
It
of
takes a lot
course.
of effort and has some side effects, but it is quite a magnificent thing, if I say so myself.
Right. Well, you know why we are here, of course. We are here to petition him for help with our.
Did you perchance bring any eye stalks with you?
No, no. It's, well, we didn't bring any because, well, we are looking for one in particular.
Yes. Ah, well, asking him for an eye stalk is unlikely to be functional, as most of them are upon his head.
An
Yes.
offer for an ice storm.
It's not the stalk per se. It's a more important eye.
As well, his gifts are many, and he certainly has power. It's all about what you can offer him.
Yes, we certainly have something that we could do to align with his will, and we will suggest it to him.
Just, oh, I didn't mean to impose on you, of course. You're guests here, so if you wish to speak to me, I'm right over there. Point to the door.
Quite
So,
all right. It's
have a,
nice to see you well. Sure.
yes, there was quite the debacle down there. Well, I hope to see you later, I suppose.
Yes. We'll wave goodbye.
Yeah, he'll wave his little hand. Drops back into his room.
Well, Rid will basically set himself down on his haunches as well. He's already small enough, but he'll go beside Roldan and
His head's just leaning against a stone right now.
will tap him on his side for attention and ask that girl one of yours?
Yes. Rochelle. Rochelle Ashra. Second youngest. Second youngest child. Source. Had sorcerer blood in her.
Whatever the case, Roland, we will try our utmost to get her out, at least. And if there are any more, then I'm sure we'll find that out too.
I'm worried. If if she's here, are the others just separate from her? Did he buy all of them? For what purpose? He had said he had, whenever he bought them, it was sometimes for special purposes. So I guess it's no better than what the Drow might have been doing, but
Well, he did say that he took those that were rebellious, too rebellious for the Drow, so if she does have sorcerer blood in her, then perhaps that is the reason why.
sorcerer blood. You used to live with a pair of elves.
Hmm. Well,
I don't imagine any of them were particularly happy to see the drow.
No, I imagine so, not either. Perhaps then most of the others might be here too.
If we're lucky. If that's the case, offering tribute will be easy. If not, it's got even more complicated.
Yes. I'm sure we can find out when we, well, talk and have our audience later.
You seem to fud the wall a bit with his fist. I hope it's all okay.
You can take a short rest before.
Very aggravated short rest.
Ah, yeah.
You
I'll,
can until you have to.
I'll take the opportunity to use
I mean-
the other preserved life to heal 1 hit point. And then I'll take the short rest to get them all back.
It's,
Oh, just 1 hit point.
I mean, it turns out Roland, like taking a short rest, Roland did nothing, so he probably actually did rest. Too anxious, too aggravated for its entire hour. Pacing around in circles, wearing a groove into the floor. Probably being rather annoying for anyone trying to actually relax.
Thing when someone is moving around while you're trying to sit down and it just feels stressful. Yeah.
Roland
Do
can't
you,
run.
do you do anything particular, or do you just want to wait until you get?
Hmm.
Pray? I guess.
I need to pep talk myself.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Is there like, so was there like a hallway like outside this room, like?
Yes, there's a slight hallway, and then basically a bunch of other things. And there's a bunch of doors with a door at the end of the hallway.
Roland, once he manages to kind of get himself into some kind of like mental composure, will try to like keep an eye out like into the hallway and like see like if he sees anyone go past. Stand out to him. Doesn't necessarily someone he recognizes, just anyone that stands out to him.
Would it be too presumptuous to ask for the specific servant that was with him to come, or?
Roland would be conflicted here. He's kind of like after having dealt with kind of his things in his past, like he understands like if he like saying it after them in particular, like can raise the price because they know you like you have
Yeah,
a very
true.
particular
I
knowledge.
just
But on the other hand, do we have another option?
no. I mean, you need to know whether or not she's the only one.
That's kind of the issue. Like they have the balls in their court, and we can't do much about it.
No. Well, either way, we have to do something for him. So we'll be here again.
He's gonna need, probably reorder him because he's not a talker or a negotiator. He just is way too nervous and anxious.
Yeah, I'll try my best. Well, I mean, I'd be dealing with the ambassador rather than the beholder himself because he deals with it. So,
The beholder's kind of Gesh territory.
well, you know,
Gesh likes dealing with monsters.
Gesh needs a break. Needs a voice break.
Gesh doesn't like dealing with monsters, he likes dealing with peoples of all shapes.
He likes making everyone feel like they're wanted in the world.
That's a valuable skill to have.
Yes.
So if you wait, just hang around, really.
Are there any
Yeah.
unusual servants in the hallway? Some giant monster that walks down?
No, it seems again that there's very few guests here. Maybe it's the remote location that sort of makes it a little bit unapproachable. Most people don't want to go into the worm ridings, especially enough your big, heavy monster thing that stomps a lot everywhere.
Yes.
The holders, funnily enough, don't make any sounds when they just hover through the tunnels. So, in that way, perhaps it's also somewhat fortuitous
I mean, I would argue, given Roland's stealth, he probably doesn't make much of a noise either.
to live here.
How do you pronounce the beholder's name? Again, I forgot. Did we?
Zazax.
Zax. Okay.
Don't go in there, just call him Zax.
That was equivalent to you saying something like, "Oh, don't do," and then you just left.
I was saying, don't just call him Zax when you walk in there, like, hey,
Yeah,
Zax,
yeah.
bro.
Yes.
We're friends, eh?
What's up, bro? And then he just gets lasered to death.
But that was great time. I accidentally clicked on the wrong button and disconnected.
But yeah, I think we wait, perhaps very anxiously.
Yeah.
For our summons.
Then as time goes, eventually, Roland will see someone come in, and it actually is the person that he kind of maybe wished to speak to. The acolyte, walking through the door with hasty steps, deliberate and still looking down as to not meet the eye. She looks, I mean, recognizable to him, though her frailty is almost stressed. Her body is gaunt and pale and scratched up. What might at one point just seem like dirt actually seems to be just old wounds and lashings. That her hair is still sort of an auburn color, but in some places faded or even pieces of it missing. Seems to have recently been allowed to grow out. Her steps are quick, determined, but almost forced, as if she would rather just collapse on the floor, but is forcing herself to move every step. Tension is very much her. And she basically moves towards her room, not seeing you there. She's looking straight down for most of the time before she gets right up to him.
Ron kind of freezes in places that she kind of comes up, like observing all these things and like trying to run through his head like the possibilities. Like, has she just been like made obedient? Is like something going on in her head right now? Things going on in his head certainly. So, kind of like thinks through all this. Or maybe doesn't respond entirely as she kind of comes up to the group.
Well, Roland's in the door. Most of the others are probably inside.
Mhm.
As she comes over and sort of walks up, senses that Roland is close to her, then looks up, and doesn't recognize him for a moment. Simply speaking the words she has likely been told or conveyed to speak. His ever-seeing presence is ready, and then she sort of notices who she's talking to, and just her eyes well up, as if they clearly recognize him, like tears appearing there. They're sort of red already, as if she's been crying a lot the last couple of years. But she just a slight moment of hesitation before she simply continues speaking. Ever-seeing presence is ready to receive you now. Follow me to the Grand Hall. Follow me to the mall.
Well,
Ugh,
onwards.
yes.
Does Roland do anything?
Like as she's about to like turn to go, he'll like try to like place a hand back on her shoulder, stop it in the direction he's kind of going, and try to stop her.
She'll stop. Flinching as she touches her.
He'll remove his hand pretty quickly afterwards once she can stop.
Trying to look at him. Again, tears are beginning to sort of well in her eyes and run down her cheeks, though she seems to almost not notice them, or at least not care that they're there. As she looks at him.
So glad you're still alive.
She seems. She doesn't seem to know what to say. Looking at him.
As Roland takes a moment, just kind of like clearly he's all struggling to know exactly what to say at the moment. Kind of given like he's fought through like the process of trying to get to them, but not actually the process of actually when he unites.
Mhm.
is one of them.
She looks at him.
As he'll try to give her a bit of a unless she specifically likes to make motions otherwise, try to give her some kind of essentially friendly hug.
Yeah, he'll give her a hug, and she'll slowly move her arms like around him too, clutching, almost as if she's afraid that he'll just disappear into thin air. As she speaks, whispered into his ear, saying, "You can't be here. You shouldn't be here. You should be safe. You have to be safe.
I came down here to get you.
No, don't. Just go up there. Be safe."
But you're not safe. The others aren't safe. Do you know where the others are?
She trembles. They're back in the horrible place.
Still off the ground?
Yes,
From the size people.
I don't know what happened to them.
I'm going to get them. If they're still alive, I'm going to get them.
They're not themselves anymore. I'm not myself anymore.
Maybe not.
How are you here? She just seems to, the tension breaking her body, sort of, as she almost just slumps against him.
Roland will support her happily.
Mhm.
She probably can't see, given the way she's been kind of not looking directly at him properly and now kind of being held in a hug.
Mhm.
The others will clearly see, though, that while he's trying to speak and comfort her right now, there's this definite kind of like he himself wants to possibly even break down into a bit of tears, but it's like trying to be the strong one.
Mhm.
I thought I did what I could. I came down here studying everything I could about in the dark. I can get you all. It's not been easy.
We thought you'd be safe.
I've been fine. They've kept me safe. Makes it like head motion over towards the others.
Mhm. She doesn't look at them, trembling a little bit as she gestures, almost as if she doesn't dare. This can't be real. Can't be here. At first, I dreamt that maybe you would, but it's been so long.
I could have got here faster. I would have. I even got cabbage myself at one point. Broke out, but nothing was going to stop me from finding you all. You're my family.
Don't know what we've done.
I don't know what's happening down here, but none of you chose this.
The master, he's always watching. I'll be punished for this.
Not if
I have to be.
Not if I have.
Otherwise, I'll make the others get hurt. She sort of begins to struggle a little bit to stand again on her own weight.
The others.
Yes, all the others. They're back in that horrible place. I was taken away. I was sold because they wanted me somewhere where they couldn't know what happened to me. She looks at him, almost coherent for a moment. Me being here was just something they did. It was just something they did to torment Celeron.
Well, they know what they're doing. It seems like from what I've been able to tell, he's been doing everything he can to keep them all safe.
Not anymore. They've broken him. It's I don't know that he even remembers who he is. But he remembered that he cared for us. And so we've become ways to deepen his pain. They won't let him go. They won't let him die. Roland. Just keep tormenting him, watching.
If I can help it for not very much longer, they'll all be harder.
I don't know what to say. I don't.
Roland gulps deeply, having trouble containing his own tears.
How are you here? This place, it's so far below anything. We're surrounded by monsters. And
I thought, I promised all the way back that I'd protect all of you. I was not going to break it.
just slumps against it again, hugging, give me a hug.
I'm doing the same thing. They're not doing it tightly because you can see how she is.
Her body is basically ragdoll at this point. Just
She was already a weak individual to start with.
yes, she is completely
Just
overworked, probably. She will just.
What have they been making you do?
Here, I work as. I open doors. Before I. She shakes her head.
It's alright. I suppose we've got a meeting to go to, but I'll do everything I can to get you out there.
Yes, please. She begins to sort of grab at him, trying to stand again. Just, I must do my duty. Otherwise, I have no purpose.
Roland has a sad look. You do have a purpose. You will. Kind of looks through the door to the others, who may not heard the conversation going on. Yeah, they were paying attention. We going?
Yeah.
Please, show us the way.
She hobbles, pushing herself, seemingly having an incredible mental fortitude in keeping moving at such a state of, well, mental and physical anguish. Pushing herself along, showing the way.
With every step, she's kind of pushing herself to Roland is kind of struggling inside.
Jordan will softly raise his voice and just ask her, is it just you here of Roland's family?
Here we are all family, says, slightly droning.
Down. As far as I can tell, she is. The others will still drown.
She'll go to the big door, moving one hand to touch the eye symbol on her forehead, and with the other moving it through the air, drawing a magical sigil that then shines up and opens the door. Enter. It will open once he allows you to leave again.
Okay.
As you look in the open door into a small hallway, very tight closed, and seemingly with little holes in both floor and ceiling, at the end of it, there's simply another big door. That is, she sort of gestures forward. Some sort of double door locking mechanism. Kill zone.
Like, fighting the urge to buff.
It's not a good impression to walk into a diplomatic meeting with 12 buffs running.
No.
It is anxiety-inducing.
It
even
is.
Though, even though
Little
yes.
holes in the walls and ceilings as well. That's like.
Like murder. It's literally a murder.
no, thank you.
I fucking hate this, but let's get this done.
Try my best. So hopefully I don't bargain us to death. Be fine.
I can talk if you like.
Are you sure? I mean, I don't mind. I don't want to ruin your voice or anything.
Yeah, if your throat's not up for it,
Up to it.
Don't push it.
I mean, maybe you can get advantage from Gash on any skill checks because surely he's giving you very useful.
Sure.
advice. Just
I mean, if you
nobody
feel
can
like
actually hear it because he uses it.
you're softly counseling me as I speak.
Just while the others are talking, he's like, "Yes, whatever they're saying, my master."
Yeah. No,
Just
it's
nod and nod your big head, and then we shall discuss the true meaning of power.
Yes. It's fine. If you feel like you need to jump in with a detail, feel free. But otherwise, I should be fine. I'm sure.
Okay.
You make your way. The holes are small, smaller than Riordan's fist. Looking into them, there's just black in there, but it seems that they're each covered by a slight plug of stone. Probably some sort of mechanism could be activated to sort of open them and reveal whatever is inside.
Horrible death beams, probably.
They're not evenly spaced and sort of almost chaotically out, but certainly at a space where putting your foot down is almost impossible not to be on one.
Yep. Murder corridor.
As you can move.
Alright.
She'll stand here and say, "The other door will open as this one closes."
Get in, Gash.
The doors seemingly made of thick stone and then banded with bands of steel or iron. As it closes. While you're in this little neat corridor, I will be right back and just get some more water. Otherwise,
No.
you gotta get
Don't leave us like this.
He's reading up on all the traps that we've just triggered.
You will die.
It would be a very silly tyrant if he just randomly murdered everyone who comes to talk to him.
It's true.
Yeah.
Now is the time for me. Now is the time for me to use my arcane trick to disarm the traps through the wall.
So, what makes a beholder a
tyrant?
Tyrant, yeah.
The fact that he kills other beholders for their eyes and just transplants.
We also got
Fucking
told that beholder
glues.
tyrants have absolute control over the terrain in their domains.
Yeah,
That's
it's
probably
basically an
the
extension
eye
of their
thing,
own
isn't
will. So
Ugh.
They can basically shape the world around them to their will.
Yeah.
Beholder Tyrant is just a very old and very mad beholder who rules over other beholders a lot, or has built some sort of kingdom for himself. Which pretty much this dude has. I mean, he seems much more talkative and amenable than most beholders. Like all of this stuff, you know, certainly tells me that he's a conversationalist. He likes to talk and do deals, but
Yeah, he probably realized what he can get out of making deals.
yes,
Like from little
the thing
things.
is here is to instill in him that unless we do this, he's not
gonna have a bad time.
He's
Yep.
gonna have a very bad time.
Yeah.
yes. He knows this though. He knows.
Yeah, but we need.
Which is why he's looking
we
for
need
the
to
engine.
show him that we know as well. Otherwise, he'll be like, "Oh, I'm not going to do anything for you," and it's an incredible high price. Like he doesn't want to admit, of course, that he needs us. That's the thing. Just need to show him that now we know that you need us as well, so you can't just fleece us.
Yeah.
The important thing when approaching a beholder in the beholder tyrant in the end is be more useful alive than dead.
Yeah.
Basically, if this doesn't go well, we're all either going to die or be his eternal slaves.
No pressure,
At least that way, we don't have to think more about this demon invasion, and he can handle it.
Yeah.
Preferably, we can come out of this with both sides being happy.
Yes.
I mean, at some point, we're also like, yeah, we want to save the world, but if you're gonna be a total bitch about it, then I guess the world is doomed. And,
Yes. I mean, from our perspective, as a beholder who's putting the ice dogs in himself, the central are worthless to him, clearly.
Yes.
Except
hopefully he has a spare centralized somewhere. Maybe he hasn't really figured out how to, graft that on.
We can't graft another central ion, but I'm sure he has a dead corpse somewhere he could get us one from, right?
Yeah, he probably has something pickled.
Pickled eye.
Yeah. For sure.
El pickle.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
We
The rest of you here?
We are panicking about our own dooms. I mean, I'm not wrong.
Or lack thereof, we're not sure yet.
No,
Yeah.
I'm not panicking. I'm too tired.
Seems like doom.
Yeah, I think I'm with you,
Yeah.
Thomas.
We're ready? Yeah, obviously the only one.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do it.
As you continue, basically the door closes behind you. You can hear the click of the locking mechanism. A few moments go by before the opening of the next maw, leaving you into a rather astonishing sight, to be honest. A path, a solitary bridge leading out over what seems to be a chasm of incredible depth. Path made of soft mushroom material, easy to break.
Flammable?
Yes. It's fairly huge. As what you see is the chasm that is known as
Oh gosh.
Eric's home.
Protection from...
The fall is very, very substantial. So I should look out. The path continuing about exact numbers, it turns out, about 190 feet before it reaches a door on the other side.
Okay.
No visible anything really below you, but above this bridge at the top of the room, the ceiling, is a sort of carved in stone beholder face with a gaping maw and a threatening eye, looking down upon all who walk below it. It is of a size that makes it almost ridiculous, as the maw here, this whole cleft, is sort of the size of its expanding mouth. This is indeed the place that was described to you as the vast oblivion. From below, you can hear the slight echoing sounds of mining picks. Perhaps this place is still being ever expanded. The servants. You go out on the thin, fragile bridge over the unending chasm.
I'm just noting, as the group's resident pyromancer, I feel uncomfortable on this bridge.
Guess you stay high.
I'm normally the person setting things on fire.
Sorry, no, it's not.
Guess has to come up the
As
airlock at some point.
leaves, the whole door behind you also slides closed.
It was a big place.
I'm guessing that doorway. I'm guessing the doorway's too much for my mage hand to open. So.
Oh my god.
As you're near the center, a small, from this distance, solitary shape descends from the maw of the beholder above you. Round and covered in ice stalks. Not just as many as a beholder would have, but many more, going all the way to the back of its head. Its sort of face and form wrinkled and grimaced, old scars and other battle wounds, its teeth jagged, and its size greater than that of be expected from one of its kind, as it hovers down slowly, majestically, you would say, the slight sound of distant work being done far below. As it does and opens its eye, you can feel all the magic that your equipment and yourselves have just ceasing to function. Perhaps your equipment now feels a little heavier, a little more awkward to hold as this sort of takes effect. Its vision arc well to cover for most of the area you're standing. Zazak's the Eyemonger floats down to look at you.
How big is the Eyemonger? He's 15 feet across. Big.
Yeah.
Your tribute has been accepted, mortal kind. Now what do you ask of the mighty Eyemonger? Him who sees all.
Well, little Jordan will plant his feet and will reply, and he will say, "Great Lord Zazax, we are here for your counsel and aid in exchange for more tribute from ourselves. The Demon Lord's presence in the Underdark has been growing, and if unchecked, will consume all the Underdark, this realm, and the surface above. And we are here to stop it. There is a ritual that we are planning to undertake, which requires an ingredient that we do not have. It is a central eye of a beholder, and as yet, we do not have access to one. In tribute, as our aid, we offer to find the maze engine for you before the forces of the Demon Lords take it for their own power and perhaps rid of everything."
The central eye opens slightly wider as a long tongue sort of licks its teeth. The many eye stalks moving, some of them purposefully, while others more erratically. They wiggle about. You are well informed, visitor. Could you roll me a check here?
Diplomacy, or I mean,
Yeah.
persuasion.
Yeah, I better believe. Yeah. Gesh can
Uh,
assist. I think that's fair.
Okay.
Sheep's lack of speech should not be entirely making his character
Useless.
in this.
Can I?
Holy
Oh God!
fuck.
Can I
Okay.
use a? Yeah, well, yeah, 32. Yeah.
Yeah, you
Okay.
don't think that's enough? Yeah, gotta
Oh
guys
yeah,
have
that's fine.
more?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Can I give him
Most of your
guidance?
most of your abilities are magic.
Oh, it's
He's
true.
gonna
Damn.
he's gonna look at you and be like, yeah, no,
Just
sure, you can go.
Thanks, Gesh. I love you.
He's never been so convinced.
I take back everything I've ever said about you.
It's hard to argue with a two.
Yes.
Yeah.
The DC, generally getting above the DC doesn't, add more, but certainly it marks pretty much any DC that this game has.
Yeah.
As he,
The little halfling rates himself.
So it actually turns out we didn't need to go on this big quest to stop the Demon Lords. We could have just asked them to go home.
Yeah. So, what I'm seeing here is that this will now be in the song of our great adventure.
And I said to the
Yes.
yeah, it looks, eyes him as he speaks. Its teeth. Says, such an agreement would be favorable to me. The eyes will see it, however, before it will pay.
What was the last thing you said? Sorry, you cut out slightly.
The eyes will see it done before it will pay.
It won't give us
Yes.
an eye before.
As in, well, basically, we do it for him before he does
Yeah.
anything for us. Bjorn will nod and
What
say,
do you know of the maze engine? It hovers a little closer at him. Many of the different eye stalks also sort of circling around as if curious.
Well, Bjorn will basically say, not much as yourself, of course, powerful one, but from your servant, we have learned that it is in the labyrinth, and it was, well, a remnant of the Modrons. But other than that, I know not much else.
Hovers there for a moment. Your offer is a tempting one. Should you bring me the maze engine, I shall grant you your wish. I shall also reward you for expediency.
We will accept that, your lord.
Moves backwards a bit. Yes, here. It has been fruitful then. Bring my servant, Shedrak of the Eyes. Bring him to the engine, and he shall bring it to me. His is the power that will let you find it.
Bjorn will bow and
See to it that he is not lost in vain.
we will return swiftly. Yeah, we go.
He will hover back up.
Please get me out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you can go.
Ah!
The murder tunnel.
Yes. Does the door open for us, or has he
Yeah,
trapped
it
us here
opens
forever?
as he raises up.
Okay.
Him probably having some power over this
Yep.
this place, being his lair.
Liam has a look on his face that is a mix of relief and also deep concern.
Yeah. So it's like, oh, shite.
Yep.
We have to bring a dumbass with us that. We're gonna have to.
I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about the fact that we have to go to the labyrinth.
We
I'm
had to
not
go
worried
there
about
anyway.
that. I'm worried about the fact. Yeah, we need to go for the angel feathers. We'll do that.
Yeah.
But I'm worried about the fact that we're giving a seemingly reality-altering death engine to this madman. Because who knows what he will do with that?
Hey, other generations' problems, man.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Other
I suppose.
adventuring groups will have to deal with that themselves.
Yeah,
Alright.
we're setting this up for a.
That's their
Next
campaign.
published campaign, the Maze Engine.
Yeah.
We saved the damn world. Someone
one.
can fix our fucking problems, all right?
The rest that encounter in Baldur's Gate, where you like send out another adventuring group. That's one of my favorite parts of that. But yeah,
Just.
Well, we're in one piece.
There'll be groups that deal with it.
That's all I can hope for right now.
Shedrak stands waiting for you.
Yeah.
She would. Well,
Is Riordan will say, your master has bid you to come with us on our expedition to the labyrinth.
yes. Of course he has. He is wise. I shall do more than simply take you to the labyrinth. Your companions and such, I think it would be advantageous to us if we simply sent them all to Blinkenstone, perhaps.
Leave me to
This
them.
is a matter that requires some expediency.
I suppose.
This-
Yeah.
The safer option, yes.
I mean, I don't really want to take the whole caravan into the labyrinth anyway.
No.
For them all to be turned into fucking where-everythings.
I think that's agreeable, honestly. I mean, is Blightstone the safest place right now they can be, I suppose?
Yeah, pretty much.
Looking at the map, it seems to be, yeah.
We cleared it out.
We cleared it out, yeah.
Can we still bring companions that are not like regiments of people? For example, Cinder and Eldeth.
Like OG companions.
Oh, gee, I love it. Should get t-shirts. But yeah, is that possible, Malachi, or is it just the entire...
I will be able to bring you and 3 more.
Ah,
I'm fine with that.
Time does not allow us to simply leisurely walk to the labyrinth. I shall teleport us to the closest place I know.
Liam looks at him and says, we have been told that teleportation is unreliable
Spotty.
down here.
He nods. Yes, that is true.
Well then,
Yeah, I agree with that shoot.
any particular companions you guys want?
In the chat, Sheep says Cinder, Eldeth, or Jimjar. Or all 3 of them.
Jim Jar is always useful. Let's bring him.
Yeah.
Might need
although
some
I don't know
training.
exactly how I'm going to leave the Shield Guardian behind because I have the amulet.
Just tell it to stay.
Okay, sure.
Or go with the caravan. Go
Yeah.
with those guys.
Yeah, we'll do that then. And we'll just
Yeah.
follow some random person that he identifies as the caravan for
Yeah.
however long until you come back.
Cinder,
well,
I think, should definitely come. We shouldn't leave a fucking red dragon with
No.
the
Yeah,
caravan.
But he believes that he could be in charge while you were gone.
Could,
No.
but no.
That's how.
You know,
Yeah,
he is
that's fine.
he is the 6th in command.
Jim Jar's fine. I mean, that's fine. I mean, we're leaving Fargus behind, which he might seem fine about, honestly.
Does Fargus help you with your movement? Because then that might...
Fargus gives me 5 more movement.
Yeah, but
5 more feet. No, it's fine.
No, you need your feet.
5 more feet movement versus, like, whatever everyone else gives is way better. It's fine. I can
Eldeth
manage.
doesn't give a huge amount, honestly.
Eldeth, I like her. She has been useful from time to time, but she's not as good as 5 feet.
No, exactly.
Okay.
Cinder, Fargus, Jimjar.
Alright. Maybe she can take command of the caravan while she's gone.
Yes, there we go.
Yeah, she will do as you ask because she doesn't want to be in the way. Though she will, ask to make sure that you don't die here because she really wouldn't know where to go or where to start doing this thing without you.
That's fine.
Yes.
You abandon all hope and try get to a different plane.
We
No,
are.
she would have to try. But
Riordan will tell her that they'll be home before dinner.
It's fine. We are notoriously
we'll
difficult.
be home before Christmas.
Yes.
That's a good way to.
In a place where Christmas does not exist.
Oh, yeah. Eternity.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
he will also say that you will want to lead them out of the worm writhings. Likely, if you lead them to Blinkenstone, I shall meet you there.
All right. Fine.
Alright.
I will take care of things here.
We can do that.
Did you want to buy your sister?
That might be easier on our way back. 'Cause
Uh,
he's going to give us rewards. We
Yes.
could
I mean,
add her on as a bundle package.
Reardon could offer the possibility if we do come back.
Yeah, I mean, she's not gonna die.
No. I'm just saying,
So-
as in to put it
I-
into his
I
head.
mean, I'm perfectly fine. Whatever you do, I'm just.
Yeah.
I mean, Roland wants something out there for it before we leave here.
Yeah, I mean, you can
I
just
mean-
ask him straight out yourself.
Well, deal with them.
Yeah.
He's amenable enough.
Riordan will give you a hand with the dealings, but if you want to ask, then
These are the friendliest, crazy, evil guys we've met down here.
we're not going to bring her with us now. But basically, when we come back and do it, then she can come with us.
Probably escort her back to the caravan then.
Yeah, if we haven't already died, unfortunately.
Roland will kind of like move up a little bit. Having this kind of twitch through him that he's not really seen much before. As he kind of considers how to speed up. There was a servant girl who you had in here originally, and also came to collect us.
He looks to you, sort of slight disinterest. Yes. Did she misbehave?
No,
So his voice turning slightly cold for a moment.
no, she did not. I would like to request that. I'd like to request that as a part of our reward, if we so succeed, is I would like her.
Quirks a non-existing eyebrow. What interest does she have to you? Says in a feigned sort of uncaring or just amenable. So
That information is not important.
if she would be your request, then I'm sure the eyemonger would see reason. She came at a slight expense. However, such expense would be dwarfed amongst other things he might reward you with.
I thought so, exactly.
She is useful to us as she can open the doors. She will stay here while I am gone. Otherwise, such things might get problematic.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
Roland grudgingly nods. As much as
Do you have an interest in other slaves?
I do not know of all the. Well, there are others I am interested in. I know the Drow are holding, but as far as I'm not here.
Well, perhaps purchasing them too would be in our interest.
Roland kind of quirks an eyebrow.
Shall we acquire the maze engine and then see what we can do about such purchases?
Wow, that's unexpected. I didn't say that out loud, by the way.
If we move out of character a second. Sir, would you be interested in 2 purple worm eggs?
Yeah, please just buy them all. It's
Like,
a-
I will he'll get them if this actually part of the deal.
I mean, these guys are evil, crazy people, but if they pay well, I mean, I'd rather deal with them than with the Drow.
I mean, I agree.
Yeah.
The tyrant seems like a nice guy. He seems to reward well for service, and as a mercenary, I approve of that. I approve of an employer that pays well.
And we have, instead of him rewarding this additional boon, we can pay for it. So I'm sure he'll be fine with that.
Roland nods to this.
I want the magical armor.
If you can,
So do I.
if it could be arranged that you could purchase some on our behalf, I believe I have additional tribute I can offer.
Additional tribute.
Shouldn't have said that.
Dude,
Little
you should have just
wiggly-
left it.
It's what,
Little wiggly thing on top of his staff, sort of.
it's what goes through Roland's head. unfortunately. I know it's not a good idea, it's what Rogo's Roll said, but
So, what might you have brought for such a task?
Liam looks over and says, "Perhaps that is something we discuss after the maze engine is secured, yes. If there is another deal to be struck, then there should be another negotiation exactly what we would get for such payment, yes?"
Cedric looks to the eye stalk on the staff. Looks to you and says, "That seems agreeable to us."
yes, there may be more business in the future.
I do also appreciate the added reasons for keeping me alive on this endeavor.
I mean, from his perspective, I can totally understand.
Liam,
That thought didn't cross my
Oh,
mind.
god
But
damn it. I just realised I've got another fucking person to keep alive. God damn it.
Sorry, you're the best healer in the
it's
world.
your job. You should be happy.
Liam looks over to him and says, "Hey, listen, Shadrach, you might be somewhat creepy, in all honesty, but yeah, we wouldn't like to kill you. There doesn't seem to be a reason."
And killing things in this place is also not a good idea.
Liam smiles and says, "Yes, it would be unfortunate if this place got destroyed."
You misunderstand me. The powers of the demons to the south have reached this far still. They are searching, not physically, but with magic for corpses or dead things. They make them crawl to them, and then they reanimate them.
Liam nods.
Oh,
Yes,
that's fine.
we know that the demon prince Orcus has infested a illicit lair to the south.
They were problematic even before. Now, however, I suspect our master has more than one reason for seeking the maze engine.
Nods. Yes. Our goals align in this.
That's kind of interesting. I'm thinking about it out of character. Because what I can see basically being produced here, because the demon also basically have an aura they put out around them. He basically wants to have an aura of his own that he can use to fight back.
I mean, yeah, it's two domains, like, fighting back, and Orcus is definitely stronger than this guy, like, no question.
As much as this guy wants to be the strongest.
But this guy's been here for a long time, and he has a lot of resources to draw upon, so... And, you know, I'd rather be ruled by a beholder than Orcus, if I had to choose. At least I get a nice room with the beholder.
Yeah, I mean, he pays well. I mean, it might not be the best servitude ever, but it's not going to be
I don't know.
you know,
I do fear
suffering
that
for eternity.
I do fear that giving him the mace engine will result in some sort of, you know, genocide. But
It's going to be
Kill
collateral.
all other
if we do.
beholders.
yeah, it's gonna be like a world of beholder madness. But you know, at least
He is known to hate beholders.
at least it's not an undead kingdom ruled by a demon lord.
Yeah.
There are degrees in hell, as we say.
Well, we have to get the thing first, so we'll think about that when we get it.
Right now, Roland's kind of going into his fixated state of, okay, I have my goal in front of me. Achieve it to whatever means required.
So it's bite the stone then, basically.
Well,
Uh,
I shall see you outside the city then. There is a place of power there.
My medallion is humming.
It
I
is
had
not
to.
easy to find. Should the gnomes be problematic, I am quite capable of dealing with.
It should be fine if you mention that you're waiting to meet with us.
our name has weight.
Yeah, our group has some sway in Blytonstone.
He nods. Good then. You can rest here for the night should you require it. Otherwise, I would urge you to make your trip hasty. Do take care, however. It would be a shame should you acquire the attention of the worms. They seem agitated.
What's the word? Weird.
We have experience in the beat.
Tread softly and carry a big stick.
Give you a slight respectful nod. raiding purple worms is it's a good thing to be able to do.
Yeah. I mean, we just had a long rest, but I did blow my highest level spells. But I mean, I'm fine with going on if you guys don't need one.
It's
I
up to you.
I mean, I would get back a spell, which I mean, it's a good spell, shield. Get another one back.
I'd get like 2 spell slots. It's not a big deal for me.
I'm fully charged, so
Yeah, that's fine. Let's just go.
Road trip.
Sure. Well, let's go to the descent into darkness map and decide which way we're gonna go.
I forgot where even we are. Oh, there we are.
Long rest cheaper for your nightly talks with Dendar. Your pillow talk, basically.
I'm thinking what might be. I don't know what Entomoc's boon was.
I can't remember
It's the
either.
place of power.
Oh, then
Uh,
Yes,
easy then.
my mind said just go southeast, right?
yeah.
Just this way, right?
I mean, some
Or from
direction
here,
southeast.
sorry.
To the brittle swells and then through the haunted towers.
I don't want to go through those, no. Well, we won't be able to. For the caravan.
Well, the main thing is it goes like southeast until we get out of here, and then join into the road to go straight up Lightstone, right?
Yeah, I mean, we could go like cut through the Neverlight Grove, and then use the road to hop, skip, and jump over.
Yeah, because we want to hit that place of
So down
vices.
down, leave as soon as possible, and then head
Yeah,
out.
follow the
Yeah.
river to Neverlight, and then basically get onto the road.
Yeah.
Never hung free.
Yeah.
And actually, honestly, once we're to the Neverlight Grove, we're hung free, but
Well, yeah, I
we need
mean, they'll probably even help us.
we will. We've got a permanent boon there, basically.
Yeah.
Should we go fast? I mean, I don't know.
Not until we're out of the worm ride.
Not until we're out. Yeah. We need to be careful.
Yeah.
Roll on a leash. Why don't you slow him down?
So we're going like down one, and then southeast, and then
And then
basically
follow the river.
down. Yeah. All right.
Traveling south from here, you do get the sense indeed that there are less purple worms. The further south you go in the worm bindings. Here the tunnels are sparser, there's fewer of them, and it's kind of the area where someone who entered here might think this is actually the worm writhings. Well, the real worm writhings is further in. It seems that this has some very old tunnels and some very new tunnels, probably close to hunting grounds for the purple worms, areas where they have not yet destroyed all life, and so they've sort of come out here to sort of feed in great amounts before continuing. That said, the feeling of being watched is still pretty much constant, likely still within the tyrant's domain. As such, you move here unmolested.
I imagine all the squares adjacent to his home is his domain.
Yeah, probably. With that, let's head southeast.
There. Yeah. As you move here, you gradually feel the sense of paranoia sort of leaving behind 2 days.
Roland does not suddenly get stunned constantly.
Cinder, however, begins to act somewhat erratically, sort of hissing and spewing little bursts of fire, and just seemingly agitated a bit.
But why? Cinder can talk, so what's up?
I smell something bad.
Elaborate.
Snorting and like he just makes a little dragon face. He doesn't seem to know exactly why he feels this way. Just seems some sort of anxiety or
How long has he been feeling like this?
just as you traveled further in this direction. You notice it pretty quickly, like as it slowly begins, almost as if he's allergic to something.
What are red dragons allergic to?
Or
Would
afraid of.
that be an
Generosity.
arcana check, maybe?
I said charity. Oh,
Yeah. Altruism.
He's allergic to other
Jags.
dragons. No.
Don't necessarily like other dragons, but
That's so funny.
Would an Arcana check maybe? I mean, to phrase it less mechanic heavy, maybe Gash can have a think about what makes dragons tick.
Yeah, sure.
Roland will happily kind of bounce ideas off you and see if he's not thinking.
This is not an easy check.
Roland's aiding you by bouncing ideas off you. See what sticks.
Let's see if anything sticks. 18.
Well, like it's not a common thing for a dragon to behave this way. Obviously, dragons generally feel pretty good about most things. However, there are two things that sort of historically have made them feel unwell, or at least, unpleasant. One of them is ancient tales of when dragons and giants fought, and giants built things that were made to destroy dragons. Sort of sense almost as an aura of fear for the dragon. Another thing would be an elusive creature of the dragon family, though always hungry.
Oh,
I
dragon.
remember this.
A behir.
yeah, we were told about it here.
Shite.
I don't know what the here's are. I remember it.
They like hunt dragons basically. They evolved into dragon killing machines. They're super terrifying. I remember now.
You should continue down the tunnels that might lead out. You press on, in spite of
Yeah.
this obvious discomfort.
I mean,
well, we can't have to,
yeah, I mean, we should.
unless you want to
Yeah.
backtrack and go all the way around. But
No. That'd be dumb. We should be able to fire a bit here. If it shows up.
well, with this, revelation, we move more cautiously, and at least Liam is certainly on alert, sword out, ready for a fight here.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
And Roland got kind of similar attitude, shield out, and kind of constantly switching between his kind of scouting ahead and moving remarkably quiet. As it were.
Well, Cyrilla's got like a 22 passive perception with the scouts.
Moving ahead, you can hear sort of a loud sound, something big moving about. And as you turn the corner, you can indeed see a creature with a big eye. A bit of a theme recently, but quite different from that even. Looking at you. It's wearing just a loincloth and a bunch of leathery sort of hide on its body. And just sort of looks at you as you come in. It seems to be standing here. It has like a big club with it.
Oh,
Interesting.
oh, huh. That's quite the creature, actually.
Yes, it
Cyclops. I can't say I've ever fought one, though.
Oh, Jesus.
just looks at you.
He's a unit.
And-
Did you speak giant?
No.
No, is it a
That's-
derivative of any language?
I speak the opposite, dwarvish.
Oh, giant is giant.
Yeah.
Okay.
and we got rid of the helm.
It says something in a weird sort of loud booming language that doesn't. It's probably giant.
Do you still have tongues, Sherla, or
Yeah. I do.
maybe
It does mean casting a spell, though.
I might be like, oh, what's that? Yeah.
Exactly. He could freak the fuck out.
If we can't talk to him, we will most certainly fight him. So it's either
Might as well try, right?
I mean, sure.
Then again, if we can't speak it, or if we can't understand it, then.
Well, tongues is both ways.
Already? Okay,
Yeah.
good.
tongues allows you to speak and understand any language whatsoever.
Okay.
And the target that you speak, it's just basically you speak, it speaks. It just lets you two understand each other.
Yeah, it does in between. Yeah.
All right. It's a 3rd level spell, and for some reason I don't have the macro for it. So I'll just click a macro that's a level 3 spell.
Sheep, do you want to take this, or will I?
I really can't talk.
Nah, you do it.
Sure. All right. Well, what is he saying now? That I know what he's saying.
Yeah. He's standing here with his club, saying, "Toll, you pay."
How much?
He gestures down in front of him.
Oh. Well, that's not very useful, is it?
I've got a couple of small gemstones.
True.
I got a really big one in case one of you guys die, but
Oh, we're not giving away our
No.
resurrection stuff.
Well, I have like 200 gold of gemstones on me right now. I think I've got.
I have about 200 as well. I mean,
But that's ignoring just plant material buff, which I have a lot more.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's stupid enough not to tell me what he wants, so.
This what's treasure.
Right. Malika,
Here for treasure.
just because it might be a good thing for us to figure out. What do we know about Cyclopters?
Yeah.
is it a Cyclops eye? Oh,
I mean, that would be a nature check.
Cyclopses?
Cyclops-
Anyway, I'll make a nature check, sure.
Cyclopidie?
I think
Cyclopsian.
it is a class
I'm gonna Google it.
Cyclopedias.
Cyclops eye.
I
Well,
suppose
that's
it's
my-
Greek, so it's Cloppy?
Yeah, I mean, you know as much as someone educated that Cyclops are generally it's a type of giant, not generally the kind of giant you would think of when you think giants. Not hill giants or frost giants or any such. They're sort of their own branch. Generally, they're known for being really stupid. They're really dumb and really big and brutish. Honestly, they can do bad things to you. They have a tendency to be manipulated by smarter creatures to sort of do their bidding because they're excellent brutes. Once they've been convinced of something, it's very hard to convince them of something else.
Yeah. Well, that seems a good idea for me to charm monster, maybe. And since we're not fighting it, my lyre gives me advantage. So
Sounds
maybe.
Play music.
Yeah.
Oh charm, the stupid Cyclops.
Moves a little bit into position here in case this doesn't work.
Yeah, Rion's gonna. This is Burden will walk up and say, "Yes, I will play you."
Move over here. You see another creature
Oh.
sitting on the side of the wall here,
Ooh,
looking at you. A serpentine thing with
shit.
10 legs, 5 on each side, and 2 small, almost vestigial leg arms. It has horns, and it is blue, and it is a behir, watching you with very intelligent eyes.
That-
That's fine.
So
Sure, whatever.
an
Oh.
alien intelligence.
Where is he?
Where is he? I don't see. Oh,
Oh, there. Hi, buddy.
Hi.
Yeah.
Yes, he's
Hey.
Yeah.
and he
Oh.
speaks a different language. So if you just stop,
Okay.
something he wants to say.
What's he want to say?
You don't speak Draconic.
No.
Why, yes.
At the moment, Riordan
Dragons.
speaks
Go
all
ahead.
languages.
I speak everything, so I can hear it too.
Dragon smell. He hisses.
Cinder, run!
Give it to me or you die.
No.
I mean, I would say go ahead with the charm. I would say go ahead with the charm person. Hope the Cyclops doesn't join in as a result,
sure.
and then
Charm the Cyclops, and then we kill this
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
can charm the Cyclops to help me kill this guy.
Yeah. Do that.
Let's see. Charm creature is friendly to is charmed by you until the spell ends or until you or your companions harm it, not if it takes damage. So I'm gonna try. We just inch behind Liam because I need to get within 30 feet. You see, so that's enough. And let's give it a go. Charm monster. So it has disadvantage on its saving throw.
What's the DC?
15.
What's that, 16?
Disadvantage.
Charisma? Yeah.
No. Wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Hopefully it isn't as wise.
Cyclopes are
It
not known
has
for their wisdom.
disadvantage, so we're hoping.
Yeah, it certainly is. It's not.
Any mental stat, I don't think they've got, really.
You know, never know. Suddenly they can be like, oh, it's incredibly wise.
Alright,
No.
9.
fails. It is
Yes, so
now
it is.
charmed.
It's charmed. Which means
Music.
that it will not attack you or your friends.
No, it is friendly to me.
It's just gonna, yes.
So it might
And,
want to attack the Behir if it attacks us.
Well-
Not mine. It's also friendly to me.
Uh-oh.
Well, if I can convince it though, while it's charmed, I could.
As you cast a spell though, the Behir, yeah. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
We're
That's fine.
Gonna...
Yeah. Shit. I really wanted one of myself or Liam to beat the Behir in this, but oh well.
Hold on.
I think Beheers have breath weapons. Steve.
I'm
Remember
presuming
that
so.
when
Yes,
you
this
do-
way the
yeah.
picture with lightning in its mouth.
Yeah, when you do positioning here.
In which case, though, Roland is going to go ahead and flick up Dawnbringer as a bonus action. We'll move up to him. We still have our companions with us right now, don't we?
Yep.
We do.
Good, because I will then gang up and I will attack it. Does a 21 hit?
Yep.
1 second then. Let's see. That's 13 plus 4, 17 plus 13.
Alright.
17 plus 13, 30 damage.
The deadly light blade against it. Lightning crackling up from it. So it just makes a hissing sound.
Roland having his shield at the ready for not really knowing it was coming. My turn is done though.
Charmed. I can put on.
In the second, in like conditioned.
I put it on him.
Okay. Or in conditioned.
Is it a concentration spell?
No, it's not. It lasts an hour.
Jordan.
Well, since I have advantage on social interaction and I still have tongues, Riordan will run over here. And basically,
Go up here.
oh yeah, I'll go up here.
Cone.
Wait, I don't know about codes.
Out of the cone.
15, 20. And he will basically get the attention of the Cyclops and point at the Behir and say that he's going to take all of your treasure, but we will help you if you help us.
You did just attack the Behir before it did anything to you.
True, but it.
I have
I mean,
disadvantage.
so just normal then.
Yeah.
You could
Diplomacy.
also potentially say, "Oh, you've had a long day. You're probably tired. Maybe you should go and have a rest over there."
I mean, he's not going to fight us because he's charmed.
Yeah,
S-
he's
But
not.
getting him to help would be great.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
He's not a problem right now.
I have a plus 12. I'm sure it'll be fine. I can also lucky if I'm stuck, so let's try.
Yeah. You're stuck.
Yeah.
Lucky.
Well, let me use my halfling luck, which lets me reroll any one, first of all.
Yep.
With 13 plus 12, so that's
You're
25.
right.
He looks over. Looks down at us. No, you friend. You friend too.
Then maybe you should not look then. Maybe go over here. You like point like far away. I guess.
Franz says, okay. Go here.
Bye bye, Cyclops.
Walk
Aw.
away.
I'll hug him now.
How about you do that after the combat?
It would be great to have in the caravan. Although I fear his eating would be a problematic for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know how annoying it would be for me to cook?
I don't think you need to cook for him.
We've got people for that now.
Here, we'll move over here.
Shit.
And indeed use it's a lightning breath. It seems incredibly quick. It just darts like some other salamander. Just moving here and then shooting a line of lightning from its mouth for Roland Cyrilla.
It's lines.
Alright, so what Riordan's going to do is instead of preventing it from hitting, it's going to prevent it from doing as much damage.
That's
So-
kind of the line.
Yeah, but I can take my cutting words also can take away damage.
No, the reason I also said that though is because
It only doesn't hit Gesh.
yeah, that's why I was trying to point out it's like a Gesh.
Oh, well.
Yeah.
Alright, sure.
It's good.
It's do a lot of damage.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just trying to help you not take it with damage.
Still gotta make the deck save.
No, it's
Shit.
more for
Let me just quickly double check if I can use it on a. Let's see. Because I think it has to be maybe an attack roll.
You've got evasion as well, don't you?
yes.
When a creature
Son of a
makes an
bitch.
attack roll, ability check, or a damage roll, you can use your reaction to expend a die and subtract it. So I will try and subtract from the damage. It's a 9, so. It's,
43.
45.
Meanwhile, Roland dodges and takes none.
It just flies and hits Cyrilla in the face.
Son of a bitch. What is it with these guys and me?
And Roland like sees the lightning being shot at him and raises his uses his shield to kind of deflect it off for a second and then kind of leaps away. Unfortunately, the rest of the boss hits Cyrilla clean in the chest.
Yeah.
Cinder, smart as he is, the little boy, is retreated back. He's not okay with being eaten by this thing because it probably would
That's-
just go for him.
That's a good idea.
Cyrilla.
Alright. I don't want to be anywhere near this guy for the time being because I want to do a thing first. I will do this one first because it's a touch spell. So she's gonna walk over to Liam and will cast Holy Weapon on Fang
Hooray!
and leave.
It's my favorite spell.
Tag you're in.
That was bonus action. I mean, you know what? I mean,
What are we looking at? One man channel?
no, that's pretty much it. I could, but I probably
Dodge.
should actually.
Yeah, just dodge.
Dodge is not bad.
I could. Yeah. Just so much damage.
Up to you. Basically, how much do you value Cyrilla's life?
You can also channel.
I can
Positive
channel
energy to heal yourself
myself. Yeah, I can channel to heal myself, but it's actually not that much waste.
You can take the majority of the channel on Shin.
Yeah,
I'll
it's
do
like
that.
what, like 35 of it's yours anyway. So.
Yeah, 36 goes on.
Yeah, take it.
I'll do that.
And the rest goes to the charity.
Yeah, it's not too bad. It's like 9 lost.
The Orphans of the Elven Forest, or whatever charity we go to.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, well, shall this be here somewhat for and use old monster?
Yes.
It's darting about. How about he doesn't?
Was that DC 18?
It's 18, yeah.
18, that's rough.
Oh.
Wow.
No.
All right, so he's paralyzed.
And it's about to be Liam with Holy Fang.
Paralyzed. Awesome.
Deal auto crits with everything. 5.
Holy
Critically,
fang.
Yes. I like where all of this is going.
It's almost as if the group is sort of working as a unit.
Yeah.
Yes, let's see. Holy Fang and times 3 crit. This is going to go well.
In like 6 seconds, really moving past Liam, touching the blade as it lights up with a bright flame, and then.
Roll
Gesh.
and looking it back.
Well, how does it look with Gesh? Like, is he flashy or like subtle?
Oh, are you really gonna make me describe?
How about the night serpent like coils around it and holds it in place, something like that. You
Like
know?
an apparition.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like a very very faint shadow.
Yeah.
Maybe lights dimming a bit.
It's like you see like it's almost like a tattoo, like of a snake that like coils around it.
Like the curse
Even
mark.
place.
Yeah, exactly.
I do like the idea of this actually like pre-rehearsed combat tactics, or like rolling going to like
Oh,
pull it
yeah.
off.
Yeah, Liam will walk up. How much did Fang add again? Oh,
It's an
I have
extra
it.
2d8.
You have a weapon that adds
I
a.
do.
Yeah, you got the weapon.
I believe I do.
Right,
Alright, well,
I can see the holiest of things.
There's a weapon for that.
let's see. I have advantage
So
on this
much
because he is paralyzed, and if I hit, I auto crit. So
Yeah.
let's try.
I'll just take the damage from the 2 hits, and then add that on the first one.
Yeah,
Wow.
just basically.
All right, that is a hit, so it's an auto crit. So that is 19 plus
The 11 radiant. Below.
plus 12 plus 11. Let's go. That is 30
That's Fang's
plus
base.
12, which is 42.
Plus 14 from critting with Fang because it adds that as a sort of sharpness.
42.
Oh, and roll your d20
58.
to cut off a limb as well.
Yes,
Sure.
cut off one of the.
No.
No,
Aw.
no.
You have to do it
8
eventually.
damage. Blam. And then it gets a saving throw, right? When it gets hurt, sheep. Yes.
No,
I don't believe so.
No. On the individual turns, not when it takes damage.
All right.
Well, Liam will action surge.
Well,
No, that was
You
only
have
one
to
attack.
You know, we
That was
only
only one
did
attack.
That was only one attack. Your second
Oh,
attack
sure.
hasn't even gone through yet.
Mankind has only counted the first attack, so yeah,
Yeah.
second attack.
Now let's do that. Well,
He stands there. Can't really stop you from just goring into his
14.
16, because
16
advantage.
have advantage against it.
So, yeah, I mean, 16 is a miss.
Ah,
Second one misses.
Action
that's
surge.
unfortunate. Then the action surge.
This
Round
is
three.
just murder. I haven't even hasted you yet.
The third attack. No, we'll do the next one next.
Yeah, again. 26.
26.
So it's 15 plus 6 is 21. Plus 18 is 39.
Yeah, plus 14.
Yeah.
Plus 14 is 53.
Plus another 2d6 because I have triple crit, remember?
Triple crit.
Because I'm gonna work.
So that's
So now
Well,
57.
doesn't everything get
it
triple?
triples my weapon damage.
Well,
Yeah,
your
just do
weapon
which
damage
is-
technically has holy weapon
Which
on it.
is, which is, I don't know how that works.
no, it would just be
No.
the base.
Okay.
Oh, well, that's the first swing of your action surge. Second swing of your action
Another
surge.
one.
Yeah.
Damn,
Jesus
son.
Christ.
Murder it.
And paralyze is a pretty good thing to put
Alright.
on.
You can use that crit damage.
We'll
right?
just take that second one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That
Jesus.
is
Plus the
33.
14.
Bye.
Liam the Beast Slayer.
Tell
Jesus.
Well, I mean-
four crit attacks.
Yeah,
The-
sit us down. Give the play-by-play.
Yeah.
I mean, while Riordan is gently leading the Cyclops away with soothing words of friendship,
Yeah.
Liam looks over to the Behir who has threatened Cinder, a member of their party. He sees the telltale, coils of the Night Serpent around it, freezing it in place. He dashes in with the sword gleaming, and it is just, the sword goes snicker snack, and down goes the beast. He simply just carves through him, just cuts off limbs, cleaves him in half, and then just pins him through the skull with his sword. And the beast just falls over in a thud. And Liam does a flick of a sword just to send the blood careening off, and then sheaths it, looking around and very proud of himself.
Eldith looks at it for a moment and then says that she really doesn't know how she would continue. Someone
That-
had to pick up the torch.
That's the best 5th level spell I've ever used.
Yeah.
It
You can-
It's like
You can just
half
see,
the
like,
damage.
Riordan about to like start up a haste spell, and they'd be like, oh,
if
okay.
Liam was able to flex in a plate mail, you think he would probably try.
Oh, he
I
can.
mean, he has
He
20
can.
strength. He'd probably break the plate mail.
The
flexing.
plate mail
And then,
stretches
like,
with him.
muscle indentations.
Yeah.
So when they created the breastplate, they didn't put the fake
They
abs
put
in. He
a
just
piece of,
flexed.
like a barn door on Liam. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the red text "flawless victory" comes up.
Fatality.
Fatality. Liam looks around. He looks mighty pleased with himself, and then he gives just a big thumbs up and a toothy grin to everyone, and says, "Well, good work."
Cinder flies around the corner and like begins to punch it and bite at it.
Roland will step up to Liam with a very respectful look, lowering his shield that's scorched with lightning.
Yes.
Cinder's gonna bring a leg with him, so he can
Sure.
have.
Impressive as always.
So, we have a
Yeah.
dilemma because we cannot let the troll see his friend dead, because he probably will not be happy. So,
I think I have a solution.
I mean, he's over there arresting.
yeah, I was gonna ask, what does your minor illusion do? Exactly.
I mean, the Cyclops is left for now.
Oh, has he? Okay.
You can just go. You
Oh,
said
good.
he's go
No,
rest. He's gone home
no.
and rested.
Now, there was mention of the Behir's treasure, I believe, from the Cyclops.
I
Well,
mean,
his own treasure. That is.
if he's taking trolls, then he
But
must have a
but you can
stash.
certainly go dig around in the dirt and see if you
Yeah,
can find.
let's see if we
Yeah.
can
Sure.
find some treasure here.
We can do some digging around.
It's a very odd place for a Behir and a Cyclops to hang out. Like,
Well, it is sort of the close to the only way south out of the War of Writings.
I suppose.
Maybe they smelled something coming this way.
Do you need anything for searching through this?
No, you can just. Oh my, sorry.
Roland, for the record, we will not be touching most of the stuff, and then most of it just sifting through with a mage hand. But
Yes.
Yes. You find basically by the place where the Cyclops was sitting, a variety of small pouches and like a piece of jewelry and whatever, just random tidbits that have been thrown there. A few small gemstones, all in all worth 210 gold pieces, but none of them are particularly impressive.
No, well,
What's that split up?
We don't usually split it, right? We
It
just.
seems like the Cyclops isn't
Yeah.
smart enough to know what is it.
give Gesh some money. He hasn't. Doesn't have
He
any
could do
money.
with some money, apparently.
Yeah.
I'll put it in the pile.
Can I just take 210 gold for the pile?
Has to bet with Jim.
The cinder pile.
I'm sorry. I just can't believe that we just
One round
what
of
we
beer.
just did that. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that was pretty flawless, right? I gotta say.
Like,
He
it's,
said, buff, set up, take down. That's what is to it, really.
like, as it turned out, if Cirilla had passed reflex save, it's the only way that could have gone better.
The thing is, we as a group are optimally made to do exactly this. Like Liam with his triple crit and plus 14 damage on a crit with his sword.
Plus 2d8 on every hit.
Gesh has a wickedly high DC for.
Yeah,
for
it's
and then-
amazing.
And then Gesh is just like, nah, fuck you, your your saves,
Yeah.
you know.
And in that situation, I can sneak attack and actually search myself.
It's just
Crazy.
it's just bad luck. It's like that one dragon that came up to the Horn of Abaddon. It's just a bad idea.
And-
When you do
and
that, you die.
Riordan
Like,
is just
doesn't
dealing with
doesn't really
everything
matter
else.
how badass of a behavior you are in this situation. Like alone, you're not gonna make it generally.
And,
Riordan's
When
like,
your ally leaves,
Come over here for a sec. I need to tell you something while like everyone's dying in the background.
and the correct application and identification of like, oh, that's a Cyclops. It is dumb as fuck. And then Riordan's like, well, I'm gonna play a song for it, and then tell it to go and have a rest.
That's the thing. We would have had much harder of an issue dealing with them both, maybe, or we might have dealt with it differently. But
Yeah.
just having one big scary thing to deal with is so much easier for us.
It's
Awesome.
we had two bad things to deal with, but Riordan soloed one of them.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say solo.
No, you did. It's gone now. It's
And
gone.
basically Riordan, as soon as Riordan got the hint from Roland that they're dumb as bricks, you soloed one. Meanwhile, Liam nearly soloed the other one.
It's
Yeah.
like Riordan is like, I'm gonna play a song, and the giant just walks away. The beer just looks at the giant walking away, be like,
Dude, what the hell? I thought we were friends.
and then like the
I'm
rest of
back
the party looks at the behavior.
I'm just saying we dealt with the Behir with one spell and Liam attacking.
Yeah.
And we dealt with the Cyclops with one knowledge check and Riordan casting one spell.
Yeah, I wouldn't have tried it if I didn't get they're dumb, because I would have just been trying something else. But
Every
I was very
giant,
grateful.
I think, other than the stone giants, I think they're all dumb as doornails.
Yeah.
And then also,
Knowledge check was very useful though.
Hill giants and cyclopses and like trolls and stuff are the dumb ones.
Fire giant increase.
Cloud, fire, thunder, frost. They're all pretty.
there's
As it turns out, though,
The
There's-
non-elemental ones.
there is a reason why in almost every combat we go into, I ask Malachi, what do I know about this?
Yeah, that was pretty good.
Unless it's demons,
happy.
because I know nothing about
Yeah.
demons.
and just the thing was that you have that particular spell. Charm monster is incredibly powerful.
And the fact my liar for non-combat
It's a
gives me
hold
advantage.
monster, I would
So
say. It's a
Hold monster
monster
is
is
also
amazing.
incredibly
fantastic spell.
powerful.
and
with
Gesh is like the
DCs,
best person to use it because his DC is just amazing. And also he casted the highest spell slot he has, so I don't know if that does anything.
And
actually.
also, charming a monster and telling it to go and sleep is a perfectly valid way to defeat it. If you
Ah.
not having it be a fucking issue, like get rid of
Yeah.
it.
That means
Put it in a hole and leave, or stuck it in a wall and leave. That's fine too.
that means we get
That is perfectly legitimate,
XP.
like ways to deal with encounters.
It's
Should do it more often.
just have to suggest something to the monster as charm that seems reasonable to it. And Cyclops is a lazy creature.
Yeah.
So it's like, go and have a rest. And it's like, I shouldn't I?
I deserve to.
Yeah, I deserve a rest. You're right, my only friend.
Yeah. You kill the beer. That's not really an issue for you. Put out. He's a mean thing.
Does the Behir, it can be used for reagents or something? Is there something on a Behir?
I mean,
Yeah.
if you had a wizard, maybe, but right now he's the big dead lizard.
Let's just cut up random bits and
Yeah,
see if we can
just
sell it
some
on later.
Worst bits
Pickle
ever.
them somewhere. I mean, do you want to buy a Behir's eye?
Yeah.
He's like, oh, for what? Like, well, just
I don't know.
maybe you have an idea.
Yeah.
I want a stuffed
Why you
Behir in your.
Yeah, welcome to the Monster Part Emporium. We have a
Yeah.
bunch of random monster parts, and you figure out what you want to do with them.
Just
Everything must go.
harvest this like lightning gland and just like put it in Liam's
It's
mouth,
a
and there you go.
place that looks like a whaling dock, you know,
It's like,
just
why the hell not?
creatures dead everywhere. It's just, you know. Maybe we should just take his head, mount the skull. on
If
top
it
of the
lived
caravan.
once, we have it.
Do you need fetid carcasses? Well, you've come to the right place.
Yep.
It's gonna be a worry. Like someone is gonna come through the Underdark like a few weeks from now, be like, who has gone and killed everything in the Underdark? Like, what the fuck is happening now? It is so weird.
I mean,
I don't know what the
the-
fuss was about, really.
Yes.
with the maze
maze
engine,
engine.
everything will be gone. Like that is
Hello?
imposing. Hello.
And now he will bring. He will do something incredibly bad with that engine.
He will. Of course he will. He's a tyrant. He's still evil, as reasonable as he is with his deals.
Oh yeah, he is so evil, but pays well. And if he holds up his end of the bargain, then that's all I ask really. It's a
Deal's a deal.
Just saying, I do want to see how history is going to record Liam now after these points, and just how much Liam can just murder.
well,
Oh, it's going to be chronicled very, 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 very in depth by
Yeah.
Riordan.
You know, cause we know Roland's going to be remembered for like being able to just disappear and never be found again. But like Liam though is just this monster.
Liam is just the hitman of all monsters ever.
He's the lightning. He takes him down.
Takes him down before they can even
You're
get 2 turns.
You're the lightning, I'm the wind. Apparently, Gesh is I don't know what paralyzes people.
The fear.
Gesh is the earth. He's unmoving.
Gesh isn't fear. He's friendlier than most of you.
He's the old.
He is friendlier than most of us.
Newscast.
It's a glorious spectacle.
As you move out of the worm writhing, finally the tunnels are narrow and like weirdly sort of natural, not long, thin dug things.
Hooray!
As you move further south, the vegetation grows much more wild and much more permanent. You have the sort of edge of the brittle swells with the sand dunes and such. As you move south, you enter the sphere of the Neverlight Grove, a place that is still, looking around here, it's still like a lot of like rotted mushrooms and such. Even a few sort of slime things moving about at the edge of it. But as you move further in, there's almost a silence to it. It's not too long ago that there was a big battle here, and the sort of echoes of that is still going through the place. The Micah that you do encounter, though, greet you and offer their assistance to lead you through the fastest way, or give you a safe place to rest.
Yes, please.
In any
That
fashion.
seems great. We will take a rest,
Yes, go ahead.
right? Or
I mean, you have taken a rest probably already because it's multiple days here.
that's fine.
Wonderful.
So far, you've been traveling 6 days outside of the worm writhings.
Okay, that seems fine.
You certainly have the time. Effectively, they will let you through, giving you free access to the road.
Awesome.
Hooray!
If you so desire.
Do the Myconids have any news? Have anything been going on? Have they picked up anything from the?
They have been mainly rebuilding right now. They have gone to try to get more water from the Dark Lake to re-moisten some of the earth that's been drained by the shrooms, and they will say that the lake is worse than it has ever been. It is a lake that if you step close to it will grasp your ankles and pull you below.
Great.
Creatures with many faces dwell in that place.
Riordan has a very morbid smile as he hears this exact phrase.
It's it's a bad place.
Yeah.
Has the
The
That's
grove
the
has
great
decided
mushroom.
not to bring water from there, as it is tainted, and those who drink from it will surely slowly grow insane.
I wouldn't want that to happen after all we did for him. And the great mushroom, has he come with any more revelations or insights?
He has been melding with them, cleaning their brethren's minds of the
Oh, that's nice.
infection.
Yay!
Slowly going through them to bring them back. Beyond that, it seems that the crystal caverns to the west have gone silent. Whatever resistance remained there against the onslaught of death has been quenched.
Hmm.
Time it took, but the mind that dwells here will say that confronting the brain that seems to have turned to undeath would be something not even it could contemplate. That thing by itself is the power of a demon lord, and now it has one too. Effectively, the Neverlight Grove feels a bit pressured, both to east and west. From
I mean, Liam will
then again, it
suggest.
seems like all the gnolls and such have moved further south. They have not bothered them. The south seems to be somewhat safe. There are demon things going on there. Have moved on.
Well, Liam will suggest to them that if they experience the pressure here be too much and they need a refuge, Light and Stone is where they can go. I mean, mentioning the party's name would certainly allow them in there, if needed. And if they need resources, they can go there as well.
They do not wish to leave their great shroom behind.
Of course.
Whatever could happen with if the mind flayers reached that and sort of telepathically controlled it, that would be not good. Though if it comes to it, they will certainly send their young and send refugees to.
Yeah.
They bear no ill will to the gnomes, though they fear they might not fit in.
I think they would be surprised. Light and Stone is very open and tolerant these days. And especially if we back them. But I don't think the gnomes would say no to us.
Yeah.
Man, we should have. Feel bad. We should have fixed that brain.
We couldn't. We literally couldn't have done
Didn't
everything.
have time.
I know, but I feel really bad that we didn't do that.
I think the thing, I think that this is a perfect example of there's so much going on that we just don't have the time to fix it.
Yeah,
all.
we can't do everything. We do what we can, and some things are gonna get left by the wayside by a matter of just the way it is. So
Yeah. It is a shame, though. It is a real shame.
Could have been one of the only areas where my psychic resistance would have actually done anything.
Eldith, also now as you reach the road, suggests that if you have any materials for the ritual, she and some of the other companions can, if you leave them at Blink, so they should be able to make their way north to deliver those.
Oh, that's good.
all right,
Yeah.
yeah, that's nice of them.
That is something they could do. Because she doesn't like the idea of just sitting idle.
No, that's.
We've left her in de facto charge, so
I like
as
that idea.
capable leader as any, really. I think.
If you have any, you can those to
Yep,
be
we'll
delivered. So,
Oh, we have a purple egg to give, and the tin masks, and what else?
One more thing, I think.
demon blood.
Ah, yes.
Do we green purple
Also
one egg? One purple one egg we're giving?
Yeah, one purple, one egg.
So it's 4 ingredients.
Sure, travel to Blackstone is quick. You do encounter some things. They're too small to really bother you. You know, kill be here 1 round. These things are not going to be a problem. They appear to be madly mutated Sahagin,
Oh,
Right.
covered in like each with 2 heads and madly just babbling as they just act in ways that seem entirely erratic and without purpose, erecting small shrines along the trade road.
I don't know. Fucking Gorgon.
destroy them all.
Just updating our little list in the bottom left.
That's a good idea.
I'm adding a second Roland once to the Beholder Eye.
So while we're in the labyrinth, we should also look for the
Angel Feathers.
Angel feathers.
Hence why
Hence
I moved.
But we're doing 2 things with 1 stone, so.
Yeah. I mean, that's why I moved it there. Because
There's something in the labyrinth for Gesh as well, isn't there? He has to check out. I can't remember.
Also, dramatically, to a degree now, though, now become right rolling ones either to the Grimoire or the Beholder's Eye. Because going for the Grimoire, he'll try to break them out himself. go in for the Beholder's Eye, well, we might just have to negotiate then to just have them bought for us.
Well, we just put Roland once on both of them.
Yep.
Doesn't matter what everyone else wants. Yeah. Yeah, I think with you getting to Blightonstone, sending off your companions and preparing to go to the labyrinth, I think that's where we'll stop for today.
What's that? I enjoyed having them.
Good.
Yeah. I honestly did not expect the meeting to go that well.
You know,
It went really
I can't
well.
go that well compared to the alternative.
Yeah.
Nobody likes demons.
nobody likes them.
Not
There's
even other demons.
There's a slim chance of possibly really good XP. Slim.
It's always a hope.
As a party, you get 16,600, which is 3,320 per character, putting you to 80,470 XP. Wait, no, that's what you had before. 83,790.
How much did we get as player again? Sorry, 3,000.
320. You need each 1,210 more XP.
Oh,
Where's
So
the-
we'll
I
get-
think,
we'll get
I think
that
I
next.
forgot. I think I forgot to add last time. Could you say how much we are supposed to have?
You're
Yeah.
supposed to have 83,790.
I believe last time we got 2,800.
Level 11 is a pretty big level. I pretty much
Yes, it
double
is.
my spell slots.
It is very big.
Why?
83,300.
83,790.
790.
Yeah, next level is amazing. That's why I was kind of hoping. I get Destroy Undead CR2.
It is.
Do you guys want to know, by the way, what your like? This is one thing about 5e's like adventuring thing. The daily XP budget is like how much you're supposed to do before like taking your rest is 45,000 XP.
Oh
Jeez.
gosh,
It
What?
is
that's a lot.
That's
How do
it's
you
a
painful.
fit that in?
lot. It's a lot of things in
But
one
that
day.
has- But that has
Yeah.
to account for like that's if you're in a dungeon, surely.
Yeah,
Like
that's
overland
like
adventuring.
all of
Because I
the.
don't- Because that is an alarming concentration of
Yeah.
high level things in a
Yes,
small area.
exactly. It is, but it is what you should do in one day.
That's
If you do that in one day, you will get levels very fast too. Like
Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
just
But it's
like
hard to
there's
like.
no way. There's no way to
Yeah.
justify. Like again, that's like, oh, here comes 6 Archmagi hanging out.
Yeah, that's
That's
the
your
thing.
daily.
How many?
Kill all 6 of them. That's the daily budget. You know.
Leaping wizards.
out of the bushes.
Yeah, out of the bushes they leap out.
How many
But-
Cyclops are?
You're just to
that's-
die. Like
That's yeah.
I'm always in favor of like reasonable encounter. You know what I mean? Like
reasonable
don't-
random encounters.
oh,
yeah,
you
like
want
you-
to kill Demogorgon? Well, he'll take up the XP budget of 2 days.
exactly.
Like
Yeah,
you
come
2
on.
days. people.
like you
fucking-
walk into the dungeon and like two doors in there's a vampire and you kill him. You're like, no, like why is the vampire here? You know, you want some.
yeah,
You know
exactly.
what I mean? It's
So
me.
if there is, if you feel sometimes that you're doing easily, because the game expects you to fight
A billion.
a lot of encounters in a day, just a
Honestly,
lot of
Malachi,
them.
Honestly, Malachi, I'm fine with some encounters being easy, and this one was easy because we played it smart.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
I'm not arguing with you.
Like,
I'm
I mean,
just saying,
God, yeah.
I'm
He's
just
just saying
saying-
what he has to deal with like.
you know,
what it's
looking at
telling
the
him to
game, this
do.
is what it expects me to do. It's like, yeah,
Yeah.
just fucking, you know, again, one encounter is 6,000 XP, so just take that and time it with 7, and then just
Hell,
more of them.
that
And
guy-
then the
More-
session will
more
never
shit.
end.
That
Oh my
guy could
god, we will
have.
never get through any. It'll take like 17. It'll take like 4 weeks, and then you're level 20. But
Yeah.
That's like an actual day of a session to
Yeah.
get that much
Yeah.
XP.
Well,
it's
How much of
it's a bit. It gets dumb when you accelerate at this point.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it's crazy.
I'm
It's
opting
also-
for hard encounters generally, but then I don't know. I don't like fighting an encounter should at least reward somewhat. Like
There should be a reason,
You know.
and shouldn't be just
like you
pushed
shouldn't
in.
just do it
Yeah,
for the hell of it.
yeah, exactly. And I think you've
Yeah.
done
A
really well so
populated,
far with
populated place,
It's
living
not
world.
like
You know.
yeah, it's not like we're playing an MMO.
No,
Yeah,
no, no.
you know,
I'm, I'm gonna hate myself in a bit because I want to talk, but I feel like 5th edition really works pretty much only in a dungeon environment because
Certainly.
that's what it's balanced for. Like how we're currently playing, it would be amazing for a wizard or any full spellcaster really.
Cirilla,
So yeah, Cyrilla.
Jordan.
Yeah,
Exactly, and it's really quite terrible for a warlock.
it is. Yeah.
Certainly.
That's why I'm gonna get a spell to make you sleep for 10 minutes. And then
Again, I
you've
think
always
it's like
puzzled as well.
5 short rests to 1 long rest is like the supposed thing.
honestly though,
The
Yeah,
game
right
has been
now
like
we've got
it has been
one
suggestions
pretty much.
online like you should just make a long range. It's a week of rest, a week of stationary rest. That's a long rest. A short rest, that's 1 day of rest.
What?
Jesus.
Yeah.
How
Which
would you
is
should never
supposed
be
to-
able to dungeon crawl?
To basically allow a normal campaign speed to have the expected number of encounters.
That would
I
be
mean that's
impossible.
more of a 13th age approach.
Yeah.
Like level 1 could.
Because people like the game is off. Like you can't make an encounter budget that is as it's supposed to be because it's just not
It's
not feasible. Like
Yeah.
story wise, it just like this have to pour down. Like oh fucking all the goddamn holy knights of the
mean-
realm just fall on
mean,
you in a random day.
Yeah.
The thing is though that
I mean,
that is counting experience only coming from killing things.
oh yeah,
While what I would argue in that case that you would not.
this is
That
the
and
rules
you-
for encounter budget.
Yeah, exactly. This would be more like quests and like milestones or like something like that to handle it instead. I mean,
But-
milestones is certainly something I like a lot in D&D because it is a thing where you can be like, okay, I have a certain number of things that I want the players to have done, and then they get a level. You know, so you don't have to count up every little XP.
Sure, but in a campaign that is travel focused like this,
Yeah.
I think it actually works well because the tangible goals like could be like acquiring these things, but you can acquire some of them like quicker than others, and
That's right.
I think
Both
in
have
some
its
way
merits.
when there's a tough battle or something, knowing that it rewards you in some way, I think can make it like yeah, but at least we won and we got some.
There's definitely a
I-
balance between how I don't want to say linear because that's not what I mean, but I can't find a specific word. But how linear the structure of the campaign is compared to whether you want milestones or XP. Because milestones is more for the players have a direction to go, and it's not too open-ended that they could have 10 or 11 things to do before they get to a milestone.
Where the
That's-
wicked works well with milestones.
It's
Because
it's
there's again a linear progression. Like, oh, you fought the phoenix. Okay, you get
Yeah.
this. You get the thing.
In
Oh, you
a-
defeated the church. You get this thing.
it is a challenge with a free-form or open-ended campaign because the campaign might expect you to be a certain level when you arrive at a certain place, and you might not be, or and
I mean, this campaign has loose. Like when they get to this chapter, they should be around here, I
Yeah.
guess. And some of the difficulties are certainly widely varying. Like even in the chapters, and the chapters are not structured. Like it says, I mean, this is supposed to be basically a
Well,
gazetteer to the underdog. Like
when the
they visit all the places and they do the things. And then,
I mean, it's like I think when the players arrive here on the map, you flip to this chapter.
Yeah. They should be like this level roughly, and whatever, and these are the
it's
encounters.
like the
and so-
level-based things are like when they leave the underdog, aim for around this. When they have done this major thing, then aim for around thing. Just get them there in the time in between. That's really your problem. Here's like a bunch of random encounter tables.
Yeah.
I imagine.
It does give you
It's-
enough to kind of, like as you said, there's so much random encounters that it pushes at you that you kind of have
Yeah,
to
I mean,
wait.
I
Something-
I roll random encounters ahead of time, and then I take them as inspiration to make things that make sense for each area. I've ahead of time sat down and again made this map and then
Yeah.
populated it with stuff, and I think that works better because I don't like
And,
it randomly rolling that. Oh fuck,
No, you
2d6
need
trolls
to-
pop out.
You
No, I
need
think
to,
somewhere.
you need to do
I think
that.
you've done really well with that so far. That's
It
for sure.
gets it breaks the immersion if they just sort of fucking appear. out of
It's the same thing
there.
I've done, like we
Like,
did,
oh no, indeed, 1 kobold is here. Like, oh, great. I guess.
there's a thing to do that. Like, it's a good idea to do that. It's the same I did like Fandelver or Kingmaker and stuff. You roll it, and then you map it out, and so you know roughly.
It's more work, but you know,
I don't know.
if I weren't okay with
It's-
some work, I wouldn't DM.
I mean,
so.
sure, it's more work, but it's also more control, and as DM, you want some control.
It's definitely more enjoyable. I
You
can
go where
definitely
you
tell
want to
that.
go.
Yeah, you kind of. It's bad if the DM is very surprised constantly. It's like, wait a minute, hang on. I need
Why is
to-
there a dragon appearing? What? Wait a second.
2d8 hill giants suddenly spawn. You know.
On this note, though, I'm gonna go to bed because fuck, I'm tired.
All right.
Oh,
Get some sleep,
it's
Halldamir.
good to be back, though, isn't it?
It's
is.
really good.
I've read some more in